Guys, what's going on? It's good to see everybody. It's good to see you, right? Someone said a few minutes late. Guys, I always have everything set up just fine. And then I'll like, all right, I got to get up and go use the bathroom so that I don't have to use the bathroom during the stream. And then something will close. I'm like, oh, man, now I got to find it again. All right. Anyways,
Use the race card for being a few minutes late, AJ. It's fine.
Michael, what's up, man? Hey, guys, don't drop the R word in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I'd appreciate that. Well, Michael, there is no Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark drama. There's only Angel Reese drama. You know what I'm saying? That's all there is. Caitlin Clark is just playing basketball. Her only issue is that she bent the knee wokey wokes. You know what I'm saying? I have to really think about, all the black women and all the LGBT women that came before me. Please. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me share my screen. Guys, we're going to do the first 25 minutes, 20 minutes for people in the Discord. So guys, go to the Discord, go to the Generals tab, and you will see the link. Let me see. Peter, what's up, dude? Lenny's here. Red Door's here. Tim Hicks is here. Colin's here. What's going on? J Dash, what's up, man? Joe Dash, how you been, man? So guys, here we go. Right? Guys, this is 3NN news, but guys, I figure we haven't done a women getting what they voted for in a while. You know what I'm saying? So guys, let's do that. But it'll also be 3NN news. So let's get into the news. That never gets old.
That's
right?
Nice.
Now, guys, okay, so snowboard. What are some of the main? Okay, guys, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Father is down in Australia. What's up, dude? Jess Smith is here. What's up, man? Now, snowboard. Everyone in the chat, let me know if you agree. Every single goofy, progressive, everything wrong with society is women's voting's fault, right? Like every single progressive goofball agenda item that's gone through to ruin society, LDHD TV, soft on
Lori
crime,
Lightfoot being voted in, things like
open
that.
borders, right? Dude, two Aussies in the house, man. Scozie's in Australia too. Guys, everyone stop and give Scozy and Farless a round of applause, man, for making it one more week in that feminist hellhole known as Australia. Donald, what's up, man? Yeah, guys, every single one. LDHD, TV, Transformers, open borders, sending money over to freaking all these places. Women champion these.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's insane. So guys, so Red Door sent me this just now. So influencer Kendra Hall punched in the head by a stranger at NYC and slams cops for not wanting to help. So you're trying to tell me that there's a white chick who's walking randomly through New York and got punched in the head. The cops don't want to help. Guys, what
Beautiful.
do you think the person that punched her looks like?
I would just say pull out the race card.
Sir Nuggington.
Yeah.
Mania, right? Come on, man. Come on. Of course, guys, look. Okay. Bam.
Well, that wasn't that bad.
A glamorous New York influencer. Glamorous?
Glamorous, yeah. Leatherface.
Yeah, gee Willie, man. Dude, Europe is cooked. I think France, so Sweden and France are the worst. At least that Sweden's kind of woken up and said, this is too much. But France, it's like, I don't even know what it's going to take. You know what I'm saying? And guys, I am black. And guys, I support Europeans, right? Being able to have their own cultural, ethnic, to be in control of their cultural, ethnic, and national destiny. You know what I'm saying? Makes no sense. She says her forehead's bigger than Sakura from Naruto. Okay, here we go. Author and keynote speaker Kendra Hall posted security footage on Wednesday showing her walking down an Upper East Side sidewalk last week. So when a man going down the opposite direction lashes out and hits her. 44-year-old was tumbling back and fell close to a road. She's 40. Guys, you cannot put glamorous in 44 years old. Come on, man. Come on. Remixer. What's up, dude? Tall Starlight's here. Chief's here. What's going on? He said that bonks adventure forehead. Look at that. See, Hall then filmed her own footage of the man as he walked away, turned around, taunting her to follow him home. So guys, here we go. 43-year-old Yao Reed. Wait. This wasn't Nug Nug? This was Long Wang? I was randomly punched in the head. As been swelling at the point of impact right in my jaw. I managed to grab my phone and film the purpose. He sauntered away. This is him. Hey, you want to know what my address is? They follow me. 211. Yeah, that's Nug Nug. Yeah. Hey guys, look, we found Nug Nug. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Look at that.
On the way to your ex-wife's house.
Yeah, Hall claimed that NYPD took more than a half hour to arrive and didn't seem interested in helping her track down the thug. Even after showing the video with the guy shouting threats, they acting like it wasn't a big deal. I remember saying, so since I'm not bleeding, that a punch to the head is okay. NYPD officials said they were responding to more high priority calls. Like all the migrants that are in the city.
If a man got punched in the head, that you would be like, oh, just toughen up. So this is equality like you want. And it looks like she just got kind of like shoved, not really like
but guys,
punched.
Guys, put a 1 if you agree. This is what they voted for.
Yeah.
Jameson, what's up, dude? What's going on, man? He says on his way to impregnate someone.
Yeah.
And guys, here's the thing about see us men, we take it on the chin. If these chicks are saying bad things about men, we know we don't feel bad about it because we're not the guys they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I am black. You can say anything about Nug Nug. Guys, I'm not Nug Nug. I'm not. And I know it's all true. That's like, I can say bad things about white dudes. Snowboarder knows because he's not some trailer trash, Cletus, IROC, Camaro driving dude.
I'm not worried about it.
Thank you. With these chicks, the moment you say anything about any woman at all.
How dare you?
Clown world. Look at that. Paul said that once she told the officer that she had a headache, the officer had agreed to go on to his address. She was upset that the cops made her go with them, despite having the video footage. I can't describe how terrifying this was. Maybe they were hoping that I'd refuse and give up. NYPD said there was a
that's not going to happen. She's not going to stop complaining.
Yeah, never. Never. Okay.
She'll bring this to Congress, dude.
I know, right? Seriously. Sure enough, the police showed up and they arrested him. Hall had also complained about having to get the security footage herself. The police said that they had no reason to get the video. I'm so grateful it wasn't worse. You know? Guys, this is what they voted for.
Yeah, this is actually kind of a good thing in a way for her
Yep.
She kind of, there's a quote from Mike Tyson, like everyone's got a plan till they got hit in the face.
Yep.
And I guarantee you, I guarantee you, like, I don't know how many days it took her to get the footage, but you know for a fact that she was wine drunk with her friends dropping the N-bomb hard as hell that night. Hard as hell. 100% she was holding her little dog dropping the N-bomb that night.
Yep. Jameson says, oh, ma'am, you have a headache? Kind of like the one you're giving me now? I see what you did there. And someone says, wow, this is shocking. He'll be out on the street again before you can even read this. Same suspects, cops don't care. They just know that there's little that they can do or can be done. They are nothing like the judges who let these you-know-whats out. They feel as helpless as the victim who this victim wants him to get the help he needs.
He doesn't need help. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do.
This is their fault. Yeah, that's right. She did say, I hope he gets the help he needs. See? People like this need to rot in jail. Guys, all criminals, all these. This is crazy. Look at this. Someone says, I'm hopeful of the man gets the help the help and services he clearly needs. That's the problem. Let's take the time and energy to arrest, and then let's try and figure out what's wrong with him. Can't have it both ways. He needs to be permanently separated from civil society. Facts. No lies told, guys. No lies told. Someone says, welcome to New York State. The NYS justice system is never an issue to most people until they are the victim. Yeah. So this person says, here, it's the Democrat politicians' fault, not the cops' fault, because the cops' hands are tied. Thousands of violent, mentally ill walk the streets and subways, and they won't institutionalize them because it says it violates their rights. And guys, here we go. Look, she probably voted for the same people that are in office now. This is what you get. Facts.
Yep.
Right? Look at that. Hold on. All right, hold on. One sec. Hold on. Guys, give me a second.
While you're doing that, Dante's Inferno had a good thing. ADHD, accountability, deflection, hypergamous disorder.
Dude, that's a good one. Where was that at?
Dante's Inferno Purgatory. I didn't make that up.
Yeah. That's a good one too, man. Yeah. I gotta take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Dante made up Awful also. So
nice.
Yeah. Was it?
So that's why they take Adderall.
Average white female urban leftist.
It's so true. That's what this woman was too. Who got hit.
2000s guy. Chief, what's going on, guys? I did drop the link in the Discord. Anyone who wants to join now, guys, join the Discord. Guys, Sunday. Military guys, all military guys. I want you guys to be on the panel early. Guys, we will do after hours too. All right. After hours will be in the Discord, and that's where we can say whatever we want, do whatever we want. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, make sure to Okay. So guys, here we go. This is the little this week episode of crime in New York. Okay.
In a string of deadly incidents at New York City bodegas.
Police are on the hunt for the suspects in this case after a man is stabbed to death in a Harlem convenience store.
Damn. Look at that.
Fox 5's Richard Jacobus is live at the scene right now and has the latest on this. Richard.
By another man approaches, then a fourth guy, and the exchange appears to get heated. Then a punch and another punch. One guy drops his drink and falls down. He gets back up, and the fight now spills onto 8th Avenue. It's 2 against 1.
Damn,
Nice.
homeboy's got hands,
Yeah,
dude.
nice
Look
hard
at
right.
that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Man, oh man, oh man. Look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble.
Now, hold on. This guy looks like he's Hispanic. So this is Gerardo fighting off Nug Nug.
At this point, the guy who was punched at first, now pinned to the ground. Watch this other guy come and pull out what appears to be a knife. We're going to stop the video here. Police say that victim, a 33-year-old man, was transported to New York City Health and Hospitals, Harlem.
Yeah, guys.
Oh man.
He should have dropped the dude and ran.
Yeah.
You know, because is 1-on-3, and the one that stabbed him was this guy
With multiple stab wounds to his back. He did not survive, and now cops are $1 million from the governor to install those panic buttons.
Feeling is fear, not knowing who's the next guy coming in that door. Who's going to open that door and kill you or kill someone inside the bodega?
It's craziness. Oh!
Take the life of someone when you're helpless.
Lenny, what's up, dude? Yeah, guys, I hate New York. I hate it. I hate it. I hate the state. I hate the city. I hate it. I can't stand it, guys. Adam A, what's up, dude? Oh yeah, guys. Yeah. That's a perfect strategy. We're gonna have panic buttons around the city, please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
That's not the dumbest thing I've ever heard, right?
And you can't do anything. You know, that's what they feel. They feel fear for their lives and for the lives of their community, of the people that live in their community.
Mateo says he needs $5 million from the governor to install those panic buttons. Some bodegas already have them. He says they have proven to work, but he needs more. Right now,
all those bodega owners, dude, they need to have their two best friends, Smith and Weston.
Yeah,
regular
on
guys.
shotgun. Yeah,
I'm serious. Man. Yeah, you have a shotgun. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what's always crazy snowboard when you see these dudes with an Uzi. Like, how do you know what else? you just got an Uzi sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like the gun of the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Uzi 9mm. You know what I'm saying? But did you
it just wastes ammo like crazy.
Yeah. But they were cheap. They were cheap to produce, and they used 9mm rounds.
Yeah.
So, hey, you know, if you just want to point in one direction, and what was the one?
Well, that's why Nug Nug likes it, because you can just hold it sideways, spray. They'll shoot a whole clip and only hit the guy like once.
Wasn't that on True Lies where Jamie Lee Curtis like dropped the Uzi and it rolled down the stairs?
yeah, something like that. Yeah. And that's an independent woman.
Adam A. Hey, here you go. You know what? Here, guys, I'm gonna drop the link now because this is a really good question, right? This is a really good question. Here we go, guys. Anyone who wants to join, man, this is a call-in show, so hit the StreamYard link that I just dropped. And snowboard. You know, do you think the mob will ever make an actual comeback?
There's too much technology now that it's too easy to get caught. They should come back in a way to manage the city, like the underground economy, if you will. But there's too much cameras, too much. You just can't get away with things like you could before.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's worth it for them to do it.
Jeff Smith says he lives in Connecticut. And then drove a truck to New York for 35 years. Oh yeah, guys, say what you want about Giuliani now, but Giuliani he did a great job cleaning up New York.
Yeah,
because guys like younger, well, okay, Gen X, we remember when New York was like, you know, Death Wish, Charles Bronson style. You know what I'm saying? You know, like the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Where Times Square was not a good place. Guys, millennials only know post Giuliani, right?
Yeah.
Where like it was a tourist trap. But all right. Here we go. And then Michael says, which city's more cooked New York, California, Chicago. Oh, all right, guys. The Italian and the Irish mob won't make a comeback in New York. I'll tell you why. Guys, in Seattle, I wish Colin was here because guys in Seattle, guys, we have the Yakuza, the Russian mob, and the triads, right? And there's like Vietnamese and those street gangs. Guys, you gotta realize how sophisticated that the Russian mob is and stuff. And guys, they're low key. They keep their mouths shut.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about the Irish and the Italians, because the reason why they got taken down is because they started throwing those RICO cases and saying, we're going to give you 70 years. So Vinny and Paulie started snitching on each other.
Yeah.
Now, if you're Yakuza, he'll take it. Well, I don't
Russians won't say anything.
Russians can
say
do
nothing.
40 years stand on their head.
Yeah.
But they also know that if they mess around and they snitch, guys,
you're done.
Ivan's gonna show up to your grandma's house, your friggin' daughter's house. Man, they'll even get the goldfish. They don't care.
Yeah.
They'll get everybody. And then in Miami, the Cubans, they're another one where they're very, very close knit. They're low key. Where like you'll have a Cuban guy where he's living in like a regular suburban neighborhood. He drives maybe like a bottom of the line Lexus, like a 4Runner, right? He has a wife and 3 kids, has a bachelor's in economics. You know what I'm saying? He's a Cuban mobster. He has millions of dollars. The Russians are the same way. Masters in economics. You know what I'm saying? Drives a regular car, but he's worth like 8, 9, 10 million bucks.
Yeah, I know a few individuals like that actually, and you'd never know. You'd never know they have a used car, and they don't even really think about ratting or anything. They kind of know like I'm in this. I'm gonna try to be as legit as possible, but they don't think about ratting, and it just doesn't even come across their mind really.
Yep. Full Metal. What's up, dude? Yeah, Chris Allen. That old school mobster style. That's over with. That like Italian, Irish style. No, they would have to. No, guys, they're still around. They are. Like, don't get me wrong. There's things with like the construction contracts, the unions, shipments. Yes, they're still a part of. But as far as being major players, in NYC, where everyone had to go through them to do business, nope.
Yeah, because there's too much technology. Even if they did use the technology, there's still much technology where you're like self-ratting on everything that you do. And there's no opportunity for it to really grow. Yes. If you're a younger kid in 20 and you want to go crack some skulls, there's not really an opportunity for you to like grow up in that system. It's kind of like done.
And also, it's also easier now for other groups to kind of fill in the power vacuum. Because remember, the late 70s, 80s, and the 90s, the cops were coming for the Irish and the Italians. But the Irish and the Italians were keeping out the Armenians, the Romanians, the Chinese. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then once they were gone, oops, guess who took over? Just like in Jersey, the Albanians. You know what I'm saying? Because the Italians have always looked down on the Albanians. So they were more in the Jersey area, you know? So, but as far as them getting back to prominence, now that they have 30, 40, 50 years of knowing what to look for when it comes to the Italians, it ain't happening, man. Ain't happening.
Yeah.
Look at Jameson says no chance. There's gonna be too many young Donnie Brasco's going to TikTok to cry about the boss's intolerance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Water Star, what's up, dude?
You can't really strong arm people as much as you can anymore. I mean, there's not like cash around. You can't. So there is people who can do like tech scams, but that's not really the mafia. The mafia would be like, you go to the store and the store owner's got 10 grand in there, and you say, you're going to get physical pain unless I get 10% of that 10 grand, every 3 weeks. that's kind of done with now. You can't really get away with it as easy. You
Yeah.
could only do like what they do in Chicago, a quick smash and grab, and hope they don't like ID a car or something.
Yeah.
It's just it's not sustainable. If you were to rob a bank or a bank truck, there's like 14 grand in there. There's
but also,
the average store owner doesn't have much cash that it would even be worth trying to strong arm him at all.
They can track the serial numbers on the money.
Yeah, you can't watch the money no more.
Now,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
it's not worth it.
But I think that the smaller groups, like the Russians, they were so used to having to do innovative things to work around the Irish and the Italians, to where they were already 2 steps ahead, 3 steps ahead.
Yeah, it exists, but it's not going to take over anything. The question is like, do you think it's going to take over? No. Part of that would actually be kind of nice in a way, but I don't really see it happening due to technology.
Steve, what's up, dude? Clayton's here. Pyro's here. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Jamaica's in the house. Let's see. Is White Collar the Mafia? Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. Okay, so guys, here we have another rogue scholar here that decided to take someone. Hold on, guys. What's going on here?
After ICE agents showed up at a violence. Serious charges now, including showed you.
Over in East New York, Brooklyn, police say a man stole a car with a young boy inside.
Look at that.
Also developing tonight, a 34-year-old man is facing kidnapping charges after police say he stole a car in Brooklyn with a 2-year-old boy inside. Surveillance video here capturing the moment it all happened. Police say it was around 10:30 this morning outside a deli in East New York. According to the family, the child's parent got out of the car to order food, and when they came back, the car was gone, and so was the little boy. Thankfully, he was found a short time later, taken to the hospital in stable condition.
Guys, who do you think that mom voted for?
Who do you think that single mom voted
Exactly,
for?
fact.
That should have been the man in the car, driver's seat, and the woman who went in to go pick up the food. And the door should have been locked.
She left the car running, and the door is unlocked.
With like 4 nugs standing right like 20 feet away that she clearly saw.
That's how you know it had to be a woman.
You stupid woman.
What are you talking about? You're so stupid, guys. Guys, we have 108 people watching. Guys, we only have 57 likes. Guys, make sure to hit the like button. Guys, hit the StreamYard link for anyone who's coming up, guys. Once again, guys, we're looking for either 120 likes for 3 memberships or 10 super chats, guys, and we will go to 3 or 4 TikTok as usual because we have to, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, this is here we go.
The parent told us they're just happy the kid is okay.
Back in the Bronx, we head to Yankee Stadium, where the NYPD are seeking multiple suspects who robbed a man of $12,500 at gunpoint.
And police in the Bronx are searching for 3 suspects they say robbed a man of more than $12,000 near.
Who carries 12 grand?
That's what I'm saying. But that's like the most someone will have. And are you really going to risk going to jail for 12 grand?
I don't know, man.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
They'll do it.
I know. I guess they will. But I'm saying, like how you just said, who carries 12 grand with them? That used to happen.
Yeah.
Or the equivalent money with the inflation and stuff.
Yeah.
But now if you go to rob somebody, they're going to say, give me your, what are you going to have them make it a gift card and then you use it? It's people just don't have cash like that no more.
Give me like 50 Amazon gift cards, son.
Yankee Stadium.
It happened around 11 o'clock Friday morning. The victim was getting out.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat nug.
Doesn't this just sum up? No, nug 0.
Get over here. That's what he did.
Flawless victory. Excellent.
Hey, I wonder when he robbed the guy, did he finish him?
Oh, no, look at that. He said, 2 steps out of his car. Nug Zero said, "Oh no! Look at that, Henry, man. Thanks for handing out some memberships, man. I really, really appreciate that. Thanks for that, guys." Oh, guys, next Sunday. Okay, not this coming Sunday. We're going to talk about which race of chicks are the worst to date, okay? We talked about this once about 6 months ago, right? So I think we should do it again. Now, guys, you would think the answer would be obvious. You know what I'm saying? But, guys, we had quite the spirited conversation the last time. So, yeah, I know that the easy answer might be the B-dubs, obviously, you know, but there's multiple factors here, you know. Medical, what's up, dude? Carlos X, microphone, what's going on, man? Okay. What would a B-dubs Mortal Kombat name be? Wait, who are the chicks from Mortal Kombat? There was Melina.
It's got to be something with a weave. Like,
hold on, there was Melina and Katana and instead of Sonya Blade, it's on the blade. Because we all know these chicks who walk the blade, right, guys.
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside hoeing. I work at hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at hoeing. That's the company I work at, hoeing.
her power moves the pimp slap.
Look at that. Shanika Blade.
Out of his car near Girard Avenue and East 157th Street when he was confronted by 3 men, one of whom pulled a gun while the others grabbed his bag. They fled the scene in a white Lexus along with $12,500 in cash.
And finally, we end in Lower Manhattan, where jury selection in Sean Diddy Combs' federal sex trafficking trial continued this week.
And it was day 3 of jury selection.
There she is. Ooh. There she is. How you doing? Right? Look at that. Man, oh man, oh man. That's what I was talking about.
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can start a leaf blower.
She's the hottest, like, American newscaster. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen chicks that are like maybe a little less, but yeah, she's hot.
Trial. It looks like the process will continue for another day.
The judge had hoped to get the jury picked by today, but that did not happen. Opening statements are expected Monday. Fox 5's Michelle Ross spent the day in court. She joins us live from Lower Manhattan with more. Hi, Michelle.
Jesus, she looks terrible compared to the other girl.
This broad's built like a linebacker.
Yeah, I know.
Look at that. Hey! Omaha!
Yeah. She's built like a brick shit house. That's for sure.
Qualified jurors has reached 45. So on Friday, attorneys will have an opportunity to strike any juror who they believe will not be able to serve impartially. Now, the judge wanted to be done today on Wednesday to give lawyers on both sides a chance to prepare for 2 days for opening statements on Monday. So even though they're not on time, they're not on schedule with jury selection, opening statements are still scheduled to begin on Monday. Now, part of the jury pool today, they said that they had seen video of Diddy assaulting Cassie in a Los Angeles hotel, but seeing the video isn't enough to disqualify them. Part of
blah 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 blah.
Well, wait a second. Prediction. I think he is in the same facility that was also run by a woman, where the man with the island, Mr. Epstein, was iced. This guy might get iced, and they say, "Oh, the cameras are off and the guards were asleep, and he died over the long weekend."
Guys, Puffy's gonna snitch. I'm telling you, it's gonna be days and days of. And was it this person? Yeah. and was it this person? Yeah. He's been talking for 12 hours straight. Sarge, he said he can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Now, guys, another thing that these chicks always vote for is open borders, right?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Here we go.
Migrant from Venezuela
If you have
is facing
open legs,
charges
you love open borders. They always go hand in hand.
Absolute
Sure.
facts. So,
A migrant from Venezuela is facing charges accused of attacking and sexually assaulting women.
One of those attacks leading to an alert from the UIC campus. Casey Cronus is live with the latest on the case against him. Casey?
Sylvia and Terrence, a judge has denied pretrial release for that man.
this chick, she's one of those where under muted light, she would look good. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you're like she's like a 2 a.m. special. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
you
like
need
2 a.m.
lighting. Otherwise, she's like
it's
a
kind of
ghost.
dark because she has decent features. They're just a little odd. You know what I'm saying? So, like, light, you know, like a little bit of oops, oops, oops.
Yeah. And
Guys,
otherwise,
please stop typing this guy's name in the chat, guys. Please, all these controversial guys. I know you guys might not know. For those that are new, guys, any of these controversial guys, don't call them something else. Call them like the Island Man or something. But guys, just please. You know what I'm saying? The algorithm, guys, the algorithm.
As prosecutors argued, he's already attacked 2 women, and they do not want to allow room for him to victimize any others.
Yeah,
Take a
right.
look. Elvis Jesus Hernandez Pernalete, who also goes by Luis Guevara, has been charged with criminal sexual abuse, aggravated battery and strangulation, robbery, and attempted robbery.
Damn, a trifecta, right?
Yeah.
Right, guys? Guys, isn't it funny? Well, we're all people. There's no such thing as borders. What, we have enough room here for everyone, right? Isn't that what these knuckleheaded broads always say?
And I bet these women were. I don't think maybe he just straight up attacked them out of the blue, but I bet they were kind of messing around with him a little bit.
Nah,
and then it got taken too far.
Gerardo didn't give a damn. I'm serious. Some of these might jump out the bushes like Jason. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Myers and this bad boy, you know?
According to UIC police.
Yeah, Waterstar's right. And then these chicks, they voted for open borders.
Yeah.
And then they expect us to feel bad? Please.
Around 8 p.m. on March 16th, the Venezuelan migrant followed a woman from the UIC Halstead Blue Line station near Harrison and Morgan Streets, then physically and sexually assaulted her and stole her belongings. Court documents reveal this was not the first one.
Look, someone says that the Venezuela has let thousands out of prison and sent them here. This is beyond stupid. Yeah.
Yep. And imagine if this same woman wasn't scared and had a firearm. Maybe she would have protected herself. Part of a lot of this stuff is these women, they have no self-awareness about their surroundings or anything at all.
Or they
and
have
part
no
of that is their responsibility.
Yes, they have no understanding of violence or danger. Guys, it's so bad that you see these knuckleheads on whatever podcast. Who are the primary victims of war? And these knuckleheaded broads say women. Think about how dumb that is. Guys, think about, you can't even reason. Yeah. All right. I'll actually do like a daytime live on that clip. Guys, that's how dumb these knuckleheaded broads are. They're that stupid. They have no clue. Like, watch these movie reaction channels where it'll be like a single chick and she's reacting to like Saving Private Ryan or Platoon. This has actually happened. I can't believe that. That's how war is, you dumb.
Yeah.
You have guys that they don't even know what got them. They're just dead. You have this 18, 19-year-old whose parents raised him for 18 years and loved him and raised him to do the right thing. He joins and he's just blown to bits. He doesn't even know what hit him. They send his pieces back in a friggin' box. And these chicks are saying their men are trash, men are this, men are that. And you wonder why so many guys are just checking out of society, just leaving these 304s alone. The disdain, the disrespect that these chicks just freely are just able to give to us men. And guys, here, you know what? I'm going to break out the race card here. Because I don't know how you white guys put up with it. I don't. Because society is just like carte blanche, just feels free to crap all over you white guys. Cisgender hetero white guys. I'm black. And I find myself in conversations where I'm defending white guys. I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, wait, these white men. I said, aren't you white? Well, yeah, and you're a woman. So you're trying to say that the majority of white men are bad. Yes. So your dad, your brother, your cousins, your uncles who you grew up with, they're all bad. Well, no, you know that all of the men that you're talking about are someone's uncle, someone's cousin, someone's dad.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. So,
woman Pernalete followed from a train stop and attacked. Plus, in early March, he allegedly stole about $140 worth of merchandise from TJ Maxx. Alderman Ray Lopez, who has advocated for adding so-called carve-outs in the city's sanctuary city policy, says this would hold asylum seekers who come to the city and commit crimes accountable.
Criminal activity that the small number of migrants are doing would
a small number of
what?
migrants?
Oh my God!
You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Guys, put a 1 if you agree.
And who do you think this weak beta guy is going to vote for?
Yeah,
you can't be a man and be conservative. I mean, and be a liberal
Democrat,
like this guy anymore.
This is we need to step aside and let the women lead.
Beta male.
You know what I'm saying? Now, guys. Oh, look at that. Hold on. Who said it? Sanctuary cities are asylums. Yes, facts. Insane asylums. There you go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
And the funny thing is, the left is the one that voted to have the asylums taken away in like the 70s and stuff
In
like
the
that.
80s.
So,
It was during
yeah,
Reagan.
so they're getting what they want. Like now you have tents on the streets and stuff, and these people like do need help, and they need to be, treated with dignity and stuff. But they need to be like in a place that takes care of them.
Yep, facts. God, Neon says, let them love the illegal aliens until get knifed by one. Like, where's our men to defend us? Not my problem. Facts, guys. Because if I ever see some 304 getting friggin' the Mexican uppercut, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get involved. Nope. I'm gonna be I'm out of here, man.
I'm gonna tape it, yell "World Star," and then run.
Yeah, look at that. Yo, world starting right. I know. Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Look at that. Look, yeah. Remixer says the straight white male that he just does his own thing, stays single, plans to get a small house in the middle of nowhere. Facts. And I love this whole trad con. The only part of the conservatives I don't like are these men need to get married because the population. Men don't need to do anything. Guys, they made it clear that us men don't need to do a damn thing. Well, if men stop doing stuff, what happens to society? Exactly what happens to it.
Yeah.
It needs to crash and burn. There needs to come a reckoning where things get so bad that these 304s will drag themselves across broken glass to come back to the table. You know what I'm saying? Because they're counting on us men always being at the table.
Yeah.
And every day, more and more men are getting out of there. So
never be allowed or permissible for someone who was, say, on the DACA registry, because they were very specific that you could not engage in any criminal.
If you're at peace, you don't need anything, and you're not worried about anything. And they're trying to basically disrupt that.
President-elect Trump has said
she'll come to you because you don't need anything from anybody and have a plan to not do that. So you're like content and peaceful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's funny because they're trying to say, oh, well, 50-year-old men, they date younger women because they can't take care of themselves. Guys, most guys are 50. They're either married, or most single guys that are 50. Like I said, there's a couple types of guys that are in their 40s and 50s and 60s and single. There are the guys who have their balls burned in divorce, and they don't never want to see a woman again. There's Gray Fox Chad, who's just been smashing chicks his entire life, doesn't see the point. You have the guy who maybe waited till he was 50 to get his money game right, and either he wants to import one or he wants to find a chick that get a prenup and actually take the risk to have kids, but we want time and money. Or you have the guys that actually are single for a reason because they're friggin' Gray Fox Nug and Gray Fox Gavin, right? All these chicks don't understand. The only guys that are available to them are Gray Fox Nug. You know what I'm saying? It's old Nug. That's it. But they think that. But most men nowadays that are in their 50s, even ones that are married, guys, how many of you guys know guys that are married who are like 55 who just want to be left alone, but it's cheaper to keep her?
Yeah.
And the thing that they love the most is when their wife goes out shopping and they actually have a quiet house.
Yeah.
So
his deportation plan will start with criminals. President-elect Trump has said his deportation plan will start with criminals. And here in Palm Beach County, we continue to learn of violent crimes involving undocumented immigrants.
There you go. Undocumented immigrants.
PTV's Kayla McDermott is digging into the disturbing arrest of a man for crimes targeting females, including the alleged rape of a teenager at a local park.
Damn.
On Sunday, Santo Martinez Varela made his first appearance in court for allegedly raping and attempting to tie up a 13-year-old girl near Freedom Park in Green Acres. Varela's arrest report shows he admitted he was involved in an incident with a female at the bike trail.
It is very sad.
Later, on Sunday, while in custody, Varela was charged in connection to an assault and attempted purse snatching. The 29-year-old woman in that case claims Varela robbed her at gunpoint and forced her into his car, telling her to shut up or he would kill her. Then he allegedly tried to restrain her, but she kicked him to get away. The crime happened less than a 10-minute drive from Freedom Park on Crest Haven Boulevard.
How's that open water thing going for you, ladies? Huh?
Yeah.
How's it going?
The funny thing is, there's not really a male equivalent to be like, how dare you? Like, how dare you vote for this?
Yep.
There's not really such a thing.
Yeah. So Remixer says taxes are theft. Guys, here's the thing about it, right? If the government could somehow convince us, could actually show us that our tax dollars were actually being put to good use, if there was a tangible benefit. I mean, yes, guys, we do have roads and police and basic things with our taxes, right? But it doesn't take an econ major to understand that our tax dollars are misused. People wouldn't think taxes were theft if we were getting a tangible benefit out of paying taxes. Hey guys, don't put the R word in the chat, right? So Glenn says he stopped an essay in the subway. The cops grabbed him. So the judge said, join the army or go to jail for playing too.
Oh,
dang.
man.
Yeah, guys, please don't put that word in the chat. So
I'm glad that the young women were safe, but it's a problem.
Deputies also say Varela is involved in a third case around the same area.
Look at that.
A 16-year-old reported a van following her for about 15 minutes as she walked near Forest Hill Boulevard. Deputies say they pulled over the van and found Varela behind the wheel and booked him for driving without a license.
Look at that monster.
3 women in less than a week and a half all reported being targeted by Varela, who the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office has confirmed crossed the Mexican border illegally in 2023 from.
So how's that open borders thing going out and working out for you ladies? Yeah, Waterstar. Yep. Guys, as crazy as things are here in America, it's even worse in Europe. Because, guys, the majority, we don't have half the problems with Hispanic immigrants that the Europeans have with the immigrants from sandy places. You know what I'm saying? The migrants from Pakistan, Afghanistan, Somalia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Honduras.
We
got to do something about the
women
border.
voted it in.
Yeah.
Like you said before, women expect their environment and everything else to just like cater and form around them.
Yeah.
So when this woman, the woman who got like pushed or punched earlier, she never ever believed that something like that would ever be like possible.
Yeah.
Now I guarantee you she's not going to vote the same way. Or someone could make the argument like, well, you know, I actually just voted for this, like you said, but
she's not going.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the reason women vote for this, they think the environment is just going to form around them nicely, like a Lifetime movie or something, and
Here you go, guys.
it's not sustainable.
Look, the ponytail patrol can't arrest one guy. Watch. Look, Nug just pushes on. Look at that again. Look at that. They can't even get him down.
He doesn't care. They're like a minor inconvenience to him.
And of course, the guys show up.
Yeah.
Of course. What a joke. Look at that. Look at that. Look, someone says that women cops, and of course, look, and now the men are doing all the work. So women cops go to save someone from the bad guy. Male cops show up to save the women cops. Facts. What a joke. Look at.
And they're gonna go back to the office and say like, "Oh yeah, we got them all," and the men have probably had to do all the paperwork and actually did the job.
Yeah, look at that, guys. So,
he doesn't care. He didn't care at all.
Here we go, guys. Let's do this. Okay, here we go. I think we had a couple more of these guys.
Reporting a surge in gang violence by illegal immigrants across
Hernandez through fingerprints because he already had a criminal history, including a DWI. Recently, he was stopped.
Wait, I think this is Fox News. Hold on. There was one that just happened just now.
Learning more details on the tragic death of Keoncha Carcano. According to investigators, a 76-year-old man was also found shot. Police say Carcano and the man were in a relationship. The man was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. This all happened at West Veterans Memorial Boulevard, State U autonomy. While there, he also mentioned the importance of water for finding.
Where's the news story about migrants?
Harris County DA is Texas prosecutors are trying to get the death penalty for two migrants. Trying to get the death penalty for two migrants accused of killing a 12-year-old girl in Houston this past summer.
Look at
the
that.
Harris County DA is seeking the death penalty for a 22 and 26-year-old who entered the U.S. illegally earlier this year. In June, the DA says the men kidnapped, assaulted, and murdered the 12-year-old girl. The girl's mother says she wants an eye for an eye. Tonight, both men are at the Harris County Jail.
Look at that, guys.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys.
You can't turn a demon like that around.
This is CBS. Look at this. Evangelical women visit Mexico border to support migrants. Look at that, guys.
What?
Look at that. So these are supposed to be conservatives. Look at that, guys.
Oh my God.
Look at that. Ladies, good for you. These are human beings that just happened to be born in dire circumstances. See, guys, and this is what we mean by guys. You wonder why men have stopped going to church en masse. You understand? Because of this foolishness. Here we go.
This morning, you're highlighting a group of evangelical Christians who are challenging the idea that there is an invasion of migrants at our southern border. The group.
There you go.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
all these conservative trad women are all feminists, guys. They're feminists, and I would even go as far to say as they're closet communists too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you let all these people in, it's going to have to like become that.
How can anyone that calls themselves an evangelical Christian, because they're supposed to be the most conservative, right? But
yeah, this is strange. Very strange.
Well, yeah, but these evangelicals are actually the worst trad cons because they don't.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, buy into the whole. These chicks are all sugar and spice and everything nice, and all society's ills fall on men. It's just ridiculous. Marte, what's up, man? How you been?
Good, man. I see that you're putting up Sewing Circle Christians, the women that cosplay as trad wives, they cosplay as Christians, shielding themselves from the world and using this under the guise of feminism. Classic liberalism for sure.
Well, the reason why I talk about Christianity on this channel, guys, is because Christianity is patriarchy, right? And any man that actually practices Christianity, right? And I'm not trying to do the whole no true Scotsman thing, but if a man is, a Muslim, Jewish, Christian, and they're actually like practicing, then we as red pill guys would agree with a lot of their worldview when it comes to society, building society, maintaining society. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works, right? There's certain there's a certain order, right? There's certain rules.
It's got a proven track record.
And there's accountability, right? You know what I mean? Guys, I'm not religious, but I have friends of mine that are, and the ones that actually have some sense, we agree on a lot of things, So.
Group is called Women of Welcome. Its members, who lean conservative, say they're driven by faith, not politics, and their faith demands compassion for migrants in what's often a dire situation for them. In December, Adam Yamaguchi followed some members as they visited the U.S.-Mexico border in California and a migrant shelter in Tijuana, Mexico.
Yeah, just don't let those cameras get turned off. We know what they will do to you then, right?
Is leading a group of 15 women to the border for their first time.
Let's walk inside.
She arranged for them to meet with a migrant aid group.
We always have water. There's these blankets here because it gets cold at night.
It's all part of Women of Welcome, a group of evangelical women from across the U.S. who are attempting to.
What a joke.
This is just strange, yeah. This is like trolling at this point.
Evangelical.
Have some cakes, though. How you doing?
Yeah.
The women from across the U.S. who are attempting to help asylum seekers, something they say.
Migrant shelter. I met two young girls, 11 and 13, who were mothers.
Look at this chick. She has a cross around her neck.
Yeah, it looks like an upside down cross.
Well, she looks like that evil wife of Joel Osteen. You know how Joel Osteen's wife?
Yeah.
You can tell she pegs him. Yeah. I'm serious, dude. You know what I mean?
He calls the pegging. He's like, the second jet. Give me the second jet.
I can tell.
Y'all take a look at the different fencing here.
Stanford also takes the group across the border into Tijuana.
What a joke. Look at this. Yeah, someone says there are millions and millions of people suffering. We can't take care of the world. Facts. Look at that. Yep. Let's get back to here. Guys, we have plenty of these migrants cases, and then we'll move on to the whole LDHD TV thing, because we all know there's a whole bunch of that stuff going on too. Here you go.
Homicides in northern Nevada filled many residents with grief and fear. Now the legal stage is underway.
You see how it's Wash Ho Sheriff?
Offices going through a lot of information.
Say again?
Multiple crime scenes.
The town is called like Wash Ho. It's kind of funny. Yeah, you'll see.
Straight to Wilbur Martinez Guzman, and there's a lot to go through from 3 crime scenes in 2 counties, making this case even more complex.
It also accounts for why there's a bit of a slowdown as far as, no rush to make sure that everything is covered, that it's all done, within the law.
Officials say the 19-year-old moved to Carson City from El Salvador about a year ago illegally. He's already in custody, facing 6 charges. An arrest warrant for murder and criminal charges could come by the end of the week.
It's a big case. It's got a lot of moving parts, so it's going to take time.
Along with filing the arrest warrant, the two DA's offices are bringing in different resources to work on issues like jurisdiction.
It has gone very well as far as the cooperation is concerned. There's been a lot of dialogue, a lot of discussion back and forth.
They're also working with multiple law enforcement agencies during this process, but they're keeping a lot of information under wraps so they don't jeopardize the integrity of the case.
Our big concern, of course, is any pretrial.
Look at all the manpower this is wasting.
Yeah. Hey, man, you weren't here the last time we did this stream, but what are you, in your opinion, what are the top voting issues for these 304s that you see that have blown up in their face?
Are you talking about things like I debated last night, like the whole baby deletion, things like that?
Yeah. So we said, baby deletion. We said they voted to be out here working as much as men. Oops. And now they're all old and trying to struggle to have IVF.
Well, there one of
open legs, open borders, open legs.
One thing we haven't talked about is societal votes, because that's also perceived votes. Meaning perceived rights, meaning like what I was talking about in the debate. I was saying that whenever women are homeless, they most likely get the kids. And what I proved, and I think you liked the video on X, that when women take them, they're most likely to abuse and harm minors, right? So it's more pertinent for the kids to get them at men's shelters if men are with them, because the men are the protectors. They actually prevent harm. That's actually a great deterrent for them to do that. But for some reason, the courts are in their favor. And I was telling them last night during the debate, we're pushing towards female supremacy. That's really what it is. And when you do that, you turn men into a slave class.
But here's the thing, though, is this. Female supremacy, they don't realize they're not going to be in the supreme position. Because I always say this. There's a small group of men that are using women and the government to redistribute wealth from the rest of us men to themselves.
I agree. I think it's under the guise of this.
Yes.
That's what it is. It's a guise of female supremacy. Yes. And when we push towards that, it makes white knights and it makes simps look really good, right? Because they think maybe it's going to happen for me later on. It's not going to happen. It's a shell game. So
but then
they
again,
make money off it too.
I'll have to walk this back a little bit, because guys, what do a lot of men accomplish things for? Like what do men do this for?
We actually do it for women. We actually do it for women.
So, and snowboarders heard this. How many times as these white chicks, these hey Dante, what does CIS stand for? College informed speech? Yeah, cis women, college informed.
I'm gonna use that.
Yeah. Cis women, they pull the whoop-de-whoop and they're like, yeah, these white men have been the problem the entire time. Us white women, we've been oppressed too, right along with you blacks and browns and whatever.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Let's just
It's a way of passing on the unaccountability.
Yes, but here's the thing.
I agree.
Here's the thing. Let's just say that, like these wokey woke say, that white men invented racism and colonized and murdered. Guys, who are the white dudes out there bringing the bounty back home to?
Women.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Right.
If the white dudes were running a marathon of pillaging, who are the ones bringing them water and Gatorade and friggin' Cliff Bars?
Well, hold on too. There's also another stat I'll give you too. Did you know 23% of men weren't able to conceive last year? Damn. Or have the opportunity to have kids?
Yeah, wow.
So, but who's the gatekeeper and who really runs shit in society, right? So that also bodes well for that too.
Well, Marte, here's the thing, because we're going to touch on IVF, because I have an IVF video. It dropped. I think I already dropped.
Well, that's a massive failure, first of all.
Yeah, because if you're 35, you have a less than 18% chance.
Right? Of course. Even the person that came out with IVF and made that whole system admitted that it's a failure. Yeah.
Guys, do you think a man has the right, if he marries a woman, especially if she's older, right? No, I would say period. And she's barren. Does he have the right to leave her? Well, he has the right to leave her anyways, right? But would you What would you say to your friend if he was like, "Hey, yo, man, me and the wife have been trying, and she went to the doctor. I'm fine. She isn't." Guys, what would you say?
Oh, I would say that's fine to move on. That's fine. That's no problem.
Yeah.
Oh, a chick would do that to you just because you like had your shirt not the right way or something.
Yeah.
They'll just leave you. They'll like leave a 1 month relationship over something. So like that shouldn't be any problem.
Here's the thing, guys. Oh, and guys, sorry to say it. Guys, people think that the Germans of that certain period were bad during World War II. Guys, put a 1 if you agree the Japanese were 10 times worse. If you actually read what happened, what the Japanese did in the Philippines, in Burma, in Nanking, you know what I'm saying, Manchuria, in Korea, and Papua New Guinea, you know what I'm saying, Indonesia, guys, they did more than what the Germans did. But hey, they used shovels and swords and bayonets and bullets. You know what I'm saying?
Even to their own people. Yeah.
Yep. That's why all of Asia hates the Japanese now to this day. Guys, here, let's pump the brakes. Guys, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but guys, did you know that the Japanese had invaded Korea in 1905? And for 45 years, guys, they came in, they systematically destroyed all of the old monuments and temples. They gave everyone Japanese names and made it illegal to speak Korean, to write Korean, or learn Korean. Can you imagine? For 45 years until the war was over. Think about that. Imagine that you're like a 40-year-old or 45-year-old Korean guy, and for the first time ever, you can speak your language in public. The fact that Korean survived as a language, as a culture, as a writing system is a miracle. It really, really is. You know, there were Koreans that were born and died having never been able to legally speak their own language. And a lot of Koreans are part Japanese. You know what I'm saying? But no one talks about this. It's absolutely insane. So, but yeah, here we go, guys. Let's go here. Guys, make sure to hit the like button. I appreciate that. Oops.
Manuel Orrego Zavala is set to appear in an Indianapolis court Wednesday for an initial hearing. The 37-year-old Guatemalan citizen is accused of killing Edwin Jackson, a linebacker for the Indianapolis Colts, and rideshare driver Jeffrey Monroe. Police say Orrego Zavala was driving while intoxicated.
Of course he was.
Now we have tragic consequences that are going to affect many, many lives because of somebody's poor decision.
U.S. immigration officials say Orrego
Yeah, that's useless. And you know that guy, she loves black dudes.
Look at this chick right here.
Baby, I'm gonna butter your bread. Zavala was deported twice before, in 2007 and 2000.
Yeah. But Marte, you are correct. They are trying to implement this female supremacy movement. But guys, that's why the one thing men can do is, I'm telling you, mind your own business. This female supremacy thing, it involves being able to ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, ring the bell, and these simps come running. Oh, can I smell your underwear? Guys, when men stop showing up, they're cooked. How many times have I said this? Snowboarding. You remember, right? Men, we spent the last 2,500 years building this amazing resort. I'm talking like it's the size of a small city. It has every single thing, Wi-Fi. It's got, friggin' flying cars, everything you need, right? It's better than we could ever hope. And then the women say, well, okay, men, you guys built this. Now we want the keys, right? And not only that, but you guys got to wait out on the front yard. And the men are looking through the windows as the women trash the place, as the women, the LDHD TVs, and Pablo here kick holes in the wall, tear the chandeliers down, mess up the plumbing, right? Because every now and then they can ding-a-ling-a-ling, just ring the bell, right? Yeah. And all these simps and morons and trad calls, well, a man of God is going to go in and save these 304s. No, guys, don't do it. Guys, I'm telling you. Guys, this is the year, gentlemen. We will not answer to the call of that bell. We'll let this place burn down. We'll let Pablo and Ali and Muhammad kick holes in the wall. We will not care. So say we all. So say we all.
Well, it's kind of just simply this too. Like you can either just like be in peace and do your own thing and not worry about it, or like the feedback that you get, it's just not really worth doing it.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. It's true.
We want to make sure that he has to stand and face the accounts of what he did, and so we want to make sure that he's around to do that.
Authorities say if Orrego Zavala makes bond, federal authorities will take him into custody.
Depending on his blood alcohol level, that could garner him a sentence of anywhere from 6 years to 12 years in prison for each death.
The 26-year-old Jackson was an Atlanta native who signed with Indianapolis in 2015.
Damn.
Last December, he paid a visit to a local hospital, singing Christmas carols and bringing presents to sick children.
Brightened up our life at a point where we were so low.
A spokesman for the team tells CNN Colts owner Jim Irsay will pay for the funerals for both Jack.
That's sad, isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
Right? So we'll do a couple more, and then we'll move on to the LDHCTVs here. Here we go.
The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office says a woman was forced into a car in this neighborhood. Neighbors say they're very surprised.
Around Lake Osborne, bikers
Right here, babe.
and neighbors picking up trash like Alyssa Suarez says it's usually as calm as the lake.
So it's a really quiet neighborhood. It's very peaceful.
Oh my God.
Guys, we all know she's by the tuna buffet. Right, guys?
She's one of many surprised after the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office arrested these three men. Spokesperson for the sheriff's.
Are you guys shocked?
No. That woman is the person who would just like watch this happen.
Yeah.
Kind of and like get like entertained from it a little bit. She's like, that wouldn't happen to me.
Yeah.
And like not like they get stimulated from this type of thing.
But the thing is, once again, they'll be like, well, we have to understand why they did this. We have to understand what drove them to this. It was capitalism. Please.
Yeah.
Right?
Office says all three are undocumented immigrants from Guatemala. They face various charges, but the sheriff's office says they forced a woman into a car, then committed sexual battery on her at two different locations.
Jesus.
Before the woman escaped, then flagged a passerby nearby for help.
Sounds awful, and I hope she's okay. And that sounds scary. It's definitely not the norm here.
I didn't hear anything. No sirens, no screams, no nothing.
Lauren Thiessen says she never worries about her kids playing outside. She says she's now concerned.
I have children. I have a younger daughter. By myself, going for walks.
She do. She do. I'm not surprised, right? Come on, man. I have a daughter on my own. Please.
Cited in January for not having a driver's license. The citation was
probably this guy's kid.
The state attorney abandoned the charges. Records show the state agreed to abandon prosecution if the defendant provided or showed proof of paying $100 and obtaining a driver's license. We reached out to the state attorney's office past 9 p.m. tonight about how it's possible for him to obtain a driver's license if he's undocumented, like the sheriff's office says. Spokesperson told us he'd help us when the office reopens in the morning and he can get a good look at the full case file.
For now, people continue to walk and bike around Lake Osborne.
Yeah, it's actually really, really crazy.
As the unexpected came to their quiet spot on the lake.
There's a campground and a park across the lake. We spoke with people there. They say they're not concerned with their safety after the arrest. Near Lake Worth, Ethan Stein, WPTV News Channel 5.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. Absolutely insane. This is what they voted for. That guy's coming up next, right? Where are we? Where are we here? Here we go.
Tonight we begin.
Now, guys, this blew up in their face, right, guys? They all wanted the friggin' Transformers out here, right? You know what I'm saying? Because, guys, here we go. These 304s have it so good that they have nothing else to worry about other than if some dude can put on a dress. Guys, isn't that funny that they hate the patriarchy and they hate men until a man puts a dress on? Then all of a sudden, we're their best allies. Please, guys, the National Organization of Women says specifically that LDHD TV is part of their platform. Absolutely insane.
Begin with a controversy in the.
Hey, Marte Snowboard, guys. You know what? I think they should integrate all sports. Honestly,
I agree.
I
agree.
You know that there are no rules that ban chicks from trying out for the NFL, the NBA, or Major League Baseball.
None. The NBA has been open to females joining like ever since day one, actually, too.
Yeah. Yep.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
And guys, I just want to see once again, guys. You ever notice how they think that something's a good idea, and then it blows up in their face, and all of a sudden, we need our male allies. We need our male allies to increase their efforts. And guys, you know what I got to say about that, right?
I ain't gonna lie. The only thing I'm finna increase is my motherfucking fist across your goddamn face. That's what the fuck. That's what's about to get increased.
So here's the thing. Me and Andrew Wilson had a conversation about this, and we were saying that we should allow the Transformers to compete when they start getting knocked out, when they start getting in perilous situations, and men aren't there to save us, and they're pleading for us to show them this. What happens though is that men block them from experiencing the consequences of their actions. When we no longer do that, then lessons can be learned. But until then, we have to stay away and let them fall into their own pit.
Yeah, guys, because what happens with this is someone's gonna die, right? They're gonna have a wrestling match or a judo match or a taekwondo match, boxing match, MMA match, and some transformer is gonna go in there, right? You know what I'm saying?
You can't protect people from outcomes all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not here to talk about my transition. I'm here to kick some ass.
Wow, what's going on, man? How you doing?
What up, AJ? I just got done talking to some absolute dummies, man. I swear, it amazes me how dudes who don't make six figures try to tell us guys who do make six figures how we think and how we should feel.
Whoa! Hold on. Let's pump the brakes here. Hold on. Guys, that's right, guys. Walk, you reminded me. Walk, what are you doing? That's anyone, Snowboard Walk, all you guys, daytime live tomorrow. Because I was going to do this earlier. Guys, Walk, keep that thought, please.
Oh, yeah.
People say, it's just money. Money isn't everything. That's what broke people say.
That's the same conversation as a woman saying a real man is such and such. It's no different than that.
As if they have a choice. That'd be them saying, well, you know what? I wouldn't want to make as much money as you anyways. It's too many problems. That's just me saying, I don't want to bang Rihanna anyways.
Yeah. But here's the funny thing. This guy's name was Passport Row, right? So obviously he left to go get a passport. You know what he's trying to do? Convince me to marry American B-dubs.
You've been had. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Guys, I honestly believe that we would have an easier time. Snowboard Marte and I would have an easier time convincing Walk to put his dick in a wood chipper than marry a Pete.
I would dive in the wood chipper head first.
No, I agree with y'all 100%. Man.
I have a wood chipper.
I would buy the gas. I would buy the gas and dive in head first.
Oh Oh, but what were you saying?
He's like, you shouldn't hold grudges against all of them. You just there's something wrong with you. No, dude, it's called self-preservation. You see what their choices are. You see how they act. You see who they really prefer. And now that you made all this money, you're not going to let them take it away from you. It's just as simple as that. Well, there's something wrong with you. I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
It's still not going to
you're not
happen.
gonna get, because here's the thing, guys. My one friend, he has a PhD engineering. You know what I'm saying? He makes good money, and he's been in a relationship where his wife just doesn't like. I know a guy, he wants to be a dad, right? But his wife is this effinist, right? And I'm like, dude, why is it that Jorge can swim across the Rio Grande and stand out in front of Home Depot? You know what I'm saying? And collect cans and get a wife and kids. But us Western men, you know what I'm saying, who make the right decisions, who've done everything that we do, can't find good women. You know what I'm saying?
So I'll take it one step further.
Here, walk. You have to serve this country. You have to go through everything and make as much money as you make, but you should do the right thing and settle for treatment and a loud mouth and a chick who's been ran through. Okay, perfect sense.
Yeah,
that makes perfect sense.
So a guy who's making just as much, like say, if you're just making $50,000, well, it doesn't seem like much in America, but when you compare it to the rest of the world, you're in like the top 15% of earners worldwide. Worldwide.
Especially when you count debt. Because guys, how many times have you seen like Andrew Wilson, Charlie Kirk, all these people debating these people about college? Because guys, once again, what do we say about college? College is a scam. Unless you go for science, technology, engineering, math, econ, medicine, law, accounting, IT. And guys, biology doesn't count as STEM. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. That's why there's so many girls in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
My point is that they say, on average, a person who has a degree will earn $1 million more in their life than a person who doesn't, whatever. That's not counting debt. If you have $80,000 in student loans that you've been paying on for 30 years and it's not paid off, and you paid $400,000 or $500,000 on a $60,000 loan, the guy that makes $60,000 that has no debt is worth more than that woman.
We also have the stigma out there. We have a stigma saying that women are the most educated, when really, if you peel back the stats, it just shows that women are the most enrolled. Big difference.
Well, no, B-dubs are the most enrolled.
Yeah, B-dubs.
Right, well, B-dubs, that's what I'm talking about, B-dubs, yes.
Yeah, but
but here, that
are the most
education
educated. They just don't make any money, and they're in debt. Guys, we have 3.5 generations of women that are being held back by college. We have the younger boomers, so half of them. We have Gen X, Gen Z, and millennials, are being held back by college, meaning these women are actually unable to move forward. Even female doctors. Guys, someone did a video on these doctors all having debt. Guys, the majority of doctors are women now, guys, right? It's like 60, 70% now. Guys, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 in student loan debt.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. I was just about to bring that up. I know a female doctor who didn't get her student loan debt paid off until like a week after she retired.
Damn. Yeah, sure. What's up, dude? Moto, what's going on, my friend? Guys, hit the StreamYard link for anyone who's coming up, guys. Make sure to hit the join button for membership, guys. You can hit the super chat button also. Thanks for that. Guys, we'll watch the story here, and then we will go to 304 TikTok as promised. Here we go.
In the suburbs, Naperville parents.
Guys, that's why there's a shortage of general practitioners. Guys, starting out, doctors don't really make that much unless they're like podiatrists. You know what I'm saying? Some specialized thing. But an actual general practitioner makes maybe like $110, $120.
No, they don't even make that much. They don't make that much. They only make about 75 starting off.
Yeah, but that's like not good if you have $200,000-$300,000 in student loan debt.
I don't know, they're broke. That's why coming out of college,
Yeah,
they have like 2 or 3 roommates.
Yeah, she just got a passport as this freaking avatar. Says that if I see a B-dub doctor, I leave or request another one. Facts. And that's why you're still here. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why you're still alive today, because we all know that these B-dubs, they all can't stand us black men anyways, right? So the moment we walk in, right? I'm gonna kill your bitch ass, bitch.
Give you an air bubble in one of your veins or something.
I know, right? Right. I hope you die, bitch. I hope you die of AIDS, ho. All right, yeah, but guys, the student loan debt's a killer, man. Straight up.
Packed a District 203 meeting tonight after a trans athlete who competed in a middle school girls track meet blew away the competition, winning first place.
NBC5's JC Navarrete was at that meeting tonight in Naperville and joins us live at 10 o'clock. JC?
Good evening. So many parents signed up for public comment. Now the board took no action today, but the meeting was definitely heated at times.
Most parents in District 203 and 204 had no clue their daughters would be competing alongside biological males.
It's not one versus the other. It's about all of them.
The topic of transgender athletes competing in sports making headlines once again. The board meeting quickly turning tense as parents.
Everyone that votes for this is a dork who's never done sports or done martial arts. Anyone, guys, you even have like female like MMA fighters and stuff. So for the most part, boxers, MMA saying, I would never want to fight men. Other than that dumbass Clarissa Shields trying to say she wants to fight Triple G. Are you kidding? Triple G would murder her. One hit. She's dead.
Confession time. I would be one of those people that would vote for this. Because like he said, like you have to give women what they want, so they know when to shut up.
Yeah.
So they want to include trans with them. You know, they fight for trans rights all the time. They want cool. I'm with you. Let's include trans and women, female, everything. Yeah, they girls just like us. Good. Yeah. Let's see you get in the boxing ring with them.
Hold on. I'll give you one better. Let's say I'm in the house. I say somebody breaks into the house. Oh, it's your turn to do it. They'll learn really quick to learn gender roles really quick, right? But we have to allow this to happen for them to see this. Otherwise, they live in a fairy tale. We protect them from all the repercussions and consequences.
Exactly. I said that 10 years ago. I said the only reason why they want equality is because we've never truly given it to them.
Well, once again, Marte and Walk, you guys can cook with me here. Let me break out the race card, right? There you go. Guys, there was these early feminists that were just like blacks were back in the day. How we were you know how there's a whole bunch of blacks who thought that everything white was better. White schools were better. White ice was colder. You know what I'm saying? White milk was milkier. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But these feminists thought that everything masculine was better, right? That the very idea of womanhood was so disdainful, right? But now I honestly think that there's men who see they low-key have it figured out that female supremacy is real. So they want to take on these feminine, they want to transition to actually not be held accountable and be part of the ruling class.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
men don't want to be men anymore, especially in the black community. Look how feminine the Young Black Males Act. If I said it before, I said it again. If you put young black males in the room with young black females and you turn off the lights, you can't tell who's talking.
That's so true. Yeah.
Guys, here's the thing too.
Because their mannerisms and even when you look at how they dress, so the boys now are wearing tight pants and carrying Gucci purses.
Yeah.
And the women are wearing baggy jeans and smoking blunts and drinking 40s and spitting.
Tattoos. Getting more tattoos than the men.
Getting face tattoos. Getting more tattoos than the dudes. It's so bad that the dudes are just dressed, judge how pretty they are versus the women.
Yep. It's true. Very, 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 very true. Yep. We'll do that.
The bad part is if we participate, we become a voluntary part of a pseudo-slave class that happens. That's the bad part.
Exactly. And guys, once again, the only way we can solve this It's
Walk
just
away.
mind your own
To not be a willing participant of
Yep.
I'm
that.
telling
Walk
you,
away.
we have to change the law. Because I think it was like a year and a half ago. There was this one guy whose panel that I was on. He was a cool guy, but he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna change the laws." I'm like, "No, you're not, dude. No, you're not.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you're not, dude. There's no way because there's too much cash incentive in keeping men subjugated."
Yep.
You know what I mean? Here we go, guys. Okay, let's do this.
This after a transgender middle schooler competed in a girls' 7th grade track meet at Jefferson Middle School in Naperville, winning multiple events in the process. Members of the crowd raised transgender pride flags
Of
and held
course they did.
signs reading "Support Girls Sports" and "Support Common Sense."
The disgrace that happened on that track last week is now national.
That's some tism.
Embarrassing.
Dude, you know what that look like? You remember how you used to play like Madden and you make like your player like 99s on everything and then you put it on like easy mode? I can just run up and down the field, run circles around everybody.
Yeah. Yep.
To the students' participation or asking for federal funds to be frozen from District 203 until the board changes its course on athletics, arguing the participation violates Title IX, and already one group has filed a federal complaint.
It creates an unfair playing field for our daughters.
Crystal Larson with the LGBT.
Oh my God.
Heather Swanson.
I'm not here to talk about my position. I'm here to kick some ass.
Q Center in Great Lake telling us children just want to participate in sports.
The initial reaction to start filing court cases, filing with Department of Justice, and turn a 13-year-old or a 12-year-old's life into a spectacle.
Now, state law prohibits discrimination based on gender identity, meaning all schools must allow all of their athletes to continue to compete. Reporting live from
Ridiculous. Someone says parents allow themselves to be subjugated by the schools that they're supposed to have a total control over. Shameful, absurd. Yep. Look at that. Absolutely insane. All right, guys. You know where we have to, well, here, first of all, here, let me like this. Then let's go here. One second, guys. 1 second. Oops. I'm in the wrong window. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Gotta get it together now. You guys know where we have to go now, right? Of course. Of course.
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside hoeing. I work at hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at hoeing. That's the company I work at, hoeing.
How desperate do you have to be to smash that, guys?
Snowboarder. You should be ashamed of your damn self.
Well, the bad part is you're not going to get the bang for your buck because your hair is going to feel like Easter basket grass on your chest. That's worth it.
But that's what my passion is. The heart wants what it wants, man.
You guys know how like junkies when they like relapse, they're like in the bathtub with the water on. I did it again. What have I done?
I don't know how there's certain like websites where clients can leave you like reviews and stuff and they can like see your profile. So there's
Face
one
tattoo.
specific website. I've talked about it with my other friends. And so I know it's not just me. Tricks be getting on their line. It's like they're writing a freaking like novel. They let their mom.
She's just mad because she has 1-star coochie. Someone gave her a 1-star rating.
Okay, so she's absolutely right. So, like years ago, I went down this rabbit hole. Like, I don't know why, but like psychologists always interest me, right? And so I heard one of them talking about this like 10 years ago. So I actually found some of the sites where they go to where the men actually write their reviews on them because their goal is to share the information. Like they have a bad experience or whatever. It is absolutely comedy gold when I say when you read some of those reviews. Like, take your worst review on Yelp that you think is funny, and it's like 10 times worse. You find out how many times these chicks get pregnant, which they call them trick babies. It happens a lot. And all the dudes like just jump on that guy and clown him. Like they usually clown him off the website. It's absolutely hilarious what goes on in those reviews, man.
Disgusting.
Mind and their imagination run so wild. Like, why can't you just tell the truth? Why are y'all get on their line about shit? I had a review from 2 days ago. I go on and read it, and it's like starting out good. I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe this is going to be one where the dude doesn't like make up fucking lies and shit. This dude said that I did some acts that a bitch never fucking did. Like, and I'm on the phone with my friend and I'm reading it to her and I'm just dying laughing because I'm like, why do they fucking do this? This dude said that I flipped over. I don't want to say like too much on this app, but like I flipped over and was like, okay, my turn. What? I bitch ain't never fucking said that. And then my
Wait, that's what she's mad at? I thought
No,
she said
I can
that.
tell you what she's truly mad at.
I thought she was gonna say that he pulled the Muhammad and dropped the deuce on her chest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What
no,
are you
I can tell you
talking about?
what she's truly mad at. What she's truly mad at is she chose to bareback some dude, and he probably wrote it in a review, and now all the other guys are trying to bareback her too.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. Let me see.
my friend had a review, and her said that she was that she was crawling on the bed to him and like unbuckled his like pants. I know my bitch, and I know she would never fucking do that. The reviews that these guys leave, and it's only on this one specific site. The other site that I get like reviewed on, it's not like that. And it's oh my god, they're
Would you trust
insane.
anything she
Like,
says?
No,
the reviews
no.
are insane. Okay, so
guys, now I have some more to say, but guys,
This is like LinkedIn for 304s. This is wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because
like I said, I think every guy should go to the sites and just read the reviews and just see the ads that they put. It's absolutely hilarious, man.
Yeah.
So mad right now. So I've seen this client one other time before. And he insists that he knows me and we had sexual relations years and years ago after meeting him at the bar. How many times I hear that, and I mean, I don't have that great of a memory, but sorry.
That's from all the friggin' facials you've been taking and all the Bolivian marching powder, right, guys?
You tell her she's a goddamn whore.
I think she's had a lot of snatch deposits.
He's like, can this become a weekly thing? He's like, whatever. I'm like, yeah. He gave me 2 options: Monday night or Thursday night. The 2 nights is available. I said, either night works for me. Thursday's good. So he texts me. I mean, we are really cool. He texts me once in a while. I think he started.
Look at these tattoos.
The first time because we hung out again and didn't.
It's disgusting.
That's my mistake. But so.
Dude, this is somebody in a bathroom just like filming themselves for like 20 minutes, just talking about absolutely like nothing.
Nothing.
Look at this Marilyn Monroe tattoo. Guys, that's one of the biggest red flags you can ever see. Actually, guys, hey, what tattoo is the biggest red flag? Here.
Any of them.
The brakes. No. There is one that's been verified.
It's a snake. It's a snake tattoo.
No, the butterfly one.
The butterfly, yeah.
No, I think it's a snake, actually.
Well, it's probably, they all carry a lot of weight.
No, guys, no. It's Medusa.
Oh,
snake.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Told you.
Guys, it's specifically Medusa. Because Medusa is a tattoo that girls get when they claim to have been SA'd. You know what I'm saying? That's like their whole thing of like show solidarity that they've been SA'd. Why would any
really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know it was something with snakes.
Oh,
yeah.
Actually, no, guys. It's a toss up between Medusa and the Ace of Spades. Walk. Marte, you guys know about the Ace of Spades, right?
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
Oh, you guys. Okay, guys, put a 1 in the chat if you know what a Queen of Spades is. Anyone in the chat? Okay, guys, a Queen of Spades is a white chick that's only about Tyrones and Nug Nugs.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Guys, these are usually married chicks whose husbands are such simps that they sit there in the corner and friggin', watch as their wives get taken to Pound Town by friggin', Nug Nug, Pookie, Jamal. I'm dead serious. Guys, does anyone ever watch that one Soft Underbelly channel on YouTube where he does those crazy interviews? And he had the one chick where like her and her husband haven't had sex since they first got married, and then she's of course she's like this 300-pound nasty white chick, but she has like a big ace of spades, like a spade tattoo on her cleavage, and like guys who know it, and she lets like she'll walk up to guys and be like, "Hey, you want to?" So and the guy goes, "What do you do?" "Oh, I just like to watch." Like she's like, "You guys, no, it's just not my thing." It's like it's one of the craziest things I have ever heard. It's
Wow.
It's one of those weird subculture things. But if you ever see a chick that has a black like ace of spade tattooed on her anywhere, or if you're on a date with a chick and she has that tattoo, guys, come on now. Come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
I guess that would be pretty powerful.
Get to the chopper!
I have to say, I can't think of what's worse, that or the Medusa tattoo. You know what I'm saying? Honestly.
It's funny that you mentioned that because most of these 304s, they have boyfriends or husbands at home. And it's literally like when they go out to see a trick, it's literally for them like telling their boyfriend or husband like, "I'm going to work, I'll be back after I finish sucking the D."
Gotta get that jaw workout. Yeah, right. Get ready to set the verse. Yep, exactly. Yep. Ace of spades, man. Yep. And that's what I learned that on that soft white underbelly. And the chick was like, yeah, and she like moved her shirt. It was this big spade on her chest.
So I can tell you another one that I know for a fact you should be leery of. First of all, don't date any chick that has a tattoo. I don't care how big or small it is. Don't date any. But if they have a spider web tattoo, avoid her like the plague. So that's what the 304s get. And what it means, the meaning behind it is that they're trapped into that lifestyle, like they're trapped in a spider web, and they know they can't get out.
Especially if it's on the elbow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But any chick that has like a masculine tattoo, because wasn't the spiderweb tattoo for like a certain gang, and it means that you deleted someone, right? You know what I'm saying? That's where that came.
Well, it also means like you can't scissor your way out of a spider's web either.
Do a story time on how I became a 304. So before I started doing all this, I had a friend, and I'm not gonna
Look at this
mention her
face tattoo, guys.
Oh yeah,
You can even see
I didn't even notice it
because the filter's trying to block it.
name. But I had a friend. I was friends with her for years, off and on. Like before I had my daughter, we were friends.
Of course, she has a daughter, right?
Yeah.
Of course. Yes. Michael says, but can't they become virgins again if they find Jesus?
Of course.
Because they can pray away the herp dirt.
And we used to go out together and stuff. And yeah, so she had put me on with a spicy dancing club. If you guys know, you know. And me and her used to go together. After she had put me on with it, we used to go together all the time. We eventually had like our own little friend group there. And it was, I want to say, about like 4 or 5 of us, maybe 6 if I'm correct. So I was there for maybe about a few weeks. I'd give it a few weeks because to me that club was just draining. It was a lot of local females standing with each other and a lot of drama that came with being in the club. So I just wasn't.
Guys, make sure to hit the like button, guys. The super chat button's there too, guys. Thanks for all you guys who hit it the Cash App, man. I really appreciate that, guys. Hit the join button for a membership, guys. We will have a live tomorrow, guys. Maybe at 3:00, guys. No, let's make it 4, guys. I think I'm gonna do the lives when I can do them at 4, because I think that a lot of guys are either getting off of work or whatever. So yeah, guys, 4:00 tomorrow, guys. We'll talk about money, right? And how bums and losers villainize money. They villainize success, right? And act like they're choosing to be broke and choosing to be poor. And how, guys, once again, poor is not poor. There's low income people and then there's poor. Okay, low income people, they're the ones like a lot of my friends who are like Cambodian immigrants or whatever. They had third-hand stuff, but it was clean, it was organized, they had respect for their neighbors, the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? They everything that they had was old or whatever, but they had respect. Poor people aren't like that. They're the ones with the broke down friggin' Chevy Beretta on blocks in the friggin' front yard cooking meth. Or they're the ghetto people freaking blasting friggin' Trick Daddy at freaking 5:00 in the morning on a Tuesday, you know?
Yeah, I was not feeling it, okay? So eventually, like, I stopped going to the club. I just stopped going. I wasn't in the mood. My legs were always bruised. I just wasn't in the mood for it. I was too shy.
I'm sure her knees were bruised, right?
Yeah.
So in between this time, me and this girl ended up falling off for a dumb reason. It wasn't even me and her. Like, it wasn't drama between us, really, but we just stopped talking. And one day she just...
Dude, this chick just like wastes time as much
10
as
minutes in and we still have no idea. 10 minutes.
Every sentence to her is like a brand new story.
Man, like this guy, he's a T, like he's a trick. He be paying for my dinners, be taking me out, be paying my mom to babysit, this and that, like all kinds of stuff. So it sounded good, right? Cool. He's gonna trick on you? Cool, okay. She was like, he has a homie, this and that. She was like, but the only thing is,
I can't, guys.
They're
How does anybody sit through this?
well, after I get
Jesus
home,
Christ.
just go by. I'm in bed. I'm with my kids and stuff.
Kids, plural,
And
guys.
She called, or I think she texted me. She texted me. She's like, hey, like, you want to make some money? Girl, you know I do. So she was like, oh, you remember the guy we were with the other night, the one that picked us up? And I was like, yeah, he's cool, you know, because he actually dropped me off, whatever, at home. To my
Yeah,
home.
Matthew,
Okay.
guys. So Sunday's live is going to be all about military guys. Once again, guys. So I'll make the StreamYard. So you'll see the live pop up tomorrow, but that'll be 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, guys. So make sure all you veterans, man, please call in. And guys, please don't put the BITCH word in the chat. That's a bad no word, guys. The F word, the in any, you know, that B word, and then any, you know, of the controversial people's names. Let's not do that, okay?
Why you got to pause real quick? You know who deserves a Nobel Peace Prize?
Who's that?
The man, because you know it's a man who came up with a novel idea of the fast forward button.
Hold on. I have one saved. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, it's this chick.
Yeah, so why I just
You guys remember this chick, right?
Yeah, I remember her from a couple weeks ago.
You guys remember this is the
I love selling this twat. Video. of
That's
the
her?
Talking
Yeah.
about he was riding, you know, down the blade or whatever. Some 3 or 4 was yelling at him or whatever. So he hit the block, came back, asked her if she needed a ride. She gets in there, gets a ride or whatever. He not macking like he's supposed to, because the bitch she should immediately have known who you was. And what it sounds like to me is he gave this bitch a ride for free. Then the bitch said something about a drink in the back seat. Gave the bitch a drink for free. I stopped watching it after that. I don't know what the fuck else happened. I smacked the shit these shits out of my. You don't give no bitch a motherfucking lint ball. I don't give a fuck. If that bitch ain't paying you, better not get that hoe a goddamn thing. Especially since in the video, Shorty said something like, "Oh, it's 2025. I don't have a pee." Bitch, you need one. If you haven't asked another nigga for a ride, you need one. But my thing is, what the fuck type of ism do y'all got going on? What the fuck do you mean this bitch didn't? She didn't know who I am because you didn't make yourself known. How the fuck is you trying to recruit a bitch and she don't even know who you are? Like at this point, you should just gorilla'd on the bitch. Like what? What the fuck do you mean? What the fuck do you mean you gave this bitch a ride and a drink and she didn't? Huh?
You know what? You know what she means by gorilla, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's funny how they advocate against female violence until they're an advocate for female violence.
Yeah. Facts. Yep. Yep.
Shorty was doing something wrong, or is she a dumbass bitch for getting in the car? Yeah, sure. But who's really the dummy here? Because she done finessed you out of a free ride and a drink in the back. And she probably did know you was some pimping. She was just a renegade, so she didn't give a fuck. And then, in dude's caption, it says something about he needs some feet, or he needs some new feet. You ain't got no feet because you're doing stupid shit like that. I would leave you dumbass too. Because in the time it took you to take that bitch wherever the fuck you took her for free, I could have done been kidnapped, or anything could have happened to me, and you too motherfucking far to do anything because you're doing something for a bitch who's not doing nothing for you. Disrespectful. Yeah. So why?
Look at this rock.
Why'd you pay this? Why'd you pay that?
Takes away all.
Isn't the saddest part is, and Walk and I have said it the best. Marte, how old are you again? You're like my age, right? I think he's busy.
Yeah, probably your age. How old are you?
44.
About 43. So
Yeah.
42.
So Marte and Walk. You guys remember in the 90s, guys, light-skinned broads like this, man, they could get any dude that they wanted. NBA players,
Any dude they wanted.
Lawyers, doctors. They didn't have to be out here doing this.
And to some degree, they still have that ability to a certain degree.
Guys, this chick, if you take away her attitude, all this, well, she's not an ugly woman. She's made herself ugly with the tattoos and all this stuff. But like 18-year-old her, you know what I'm saying? Because she didn't have to be out here doing this. This is what they voted for.
Yeah.
This is what they voted for. Guys, this is feminism right here. Seriously.
Masculine too.
Disgusting. Guys, look at that. I'm not gonna click on it because the stream might get taken down. Guys, look at this. Look at this.
Yup. Excuse me. Alex Earl is 24.
But AJ, even I don't know if what's her name, Brittany Renner. She's another copy of Brittany Renner. This chick right here could still pull an NFL player or NBA player because they're just that dumb.
Yeah, they're that stupid. Yep. That's why Kevin Samuels had always said that he doesn't consider athletes and entertainers high value. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're idiots.
They're not, because you have a whole bunch of money, you all this time and effort, especially athletes, and you throw it away on some knuckleheaded 304. Yeah,
except for me because I'm red pilled, so I'll be the exception. So
say again.
Except for me because I'm a little bit wiser red pilled. So
you have some damn sense, man. Yeah, see, this chick is not an ugly woman. She just makes herself ugly.
She's not an ugly woman, and she has a nice shape. So I'm telling you, she'll pull an NBA player or in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
she'd be Anthony Edwards' next baby mama.
Yeah. What the fuck is this? What the? Guys, let's
snowboarding, you son of a.
That shit is not fair. Just give me a crumb of ass. Just the little top little Just a one little piece. Bitch, share. That shit is not fucking fair. I've been wondering where my
what are you
ass went
talking
for 3
about?
years, and bitch, it looks like you stole it. Oh, please, Lord, I'm listening.
This is how delusional chicks
Yeah,
are.
and she just looted like that day, probably.
Look at that. She thinks that this is ass. You can't say you have a big ass if you have big everything else.
Yeah.
John Carlos said, "My eyes, my eyes."
Look like somebody put lipstick on a rhino.
Yeah, this is that. I love being a 304. I love selling this twat chick. I can't find
Wow.
the video, but yeah. But this is her, man, and this is a life that she's chosen to live. You know, and the saddest part is, guys, she could take all this down, and dye her hair back to a regular color, and probably get a decent dude while she's young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they never do. And what happens is there is no retirement plans for 304.
Yep.
So by the time she hits about 40, because they go to about 40, there's still a lot of married white men that will still pay for them up to about 40, and then that's when they fall off that cliff, and they have no money saved, they have nothing. I mean, it's horrible what happens to them, but they did it. It's a self-inflicted wound.
Where's the one video that the first one that she was in? Because I think we've all seen it 100 times. But there's some guys that might not have seen it. I have to find it. But all right, guys. But so we're talking about the Transformer athletes. Hold on, guys. Give me a second here. Yeah, but the whole like LDHD TV Transformer stuff, you know what I'm saying? Guys, that's their whole thing. And then guys, here we go. Guys, what's the other thing that they wanted to do? They wanted to be out here in the workforce. And how many times have we heard, I'm working so hard, I'm stressed out, I have PCOS on my ovaries, right? Like they wanted to be out here working 50, 60, 70-hour work weeks, but for jobs that don't pay anything. To pay off a student loan debt for useless degrees. Clown world.
So is that PCOS related to working? Because I just seen a chick and I just seen a chick in the hospital last night on TikTok, and I was like, yo, why are you in the hospital? And she said PCOS. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, it's from stress. It's from stress. Yeah. Yep.
Feels so unnatural. Like for 40 hours a week. I know we've already been talking about this for a long time, but like working really just feels so unnatural. Like for 40 hours a week, someone else is telling you that you can't sleep, can't eat, you have to ask to go to the bathroom, or like let someone know that you're going to the bathroom.
Oh, 40 hours a week. Oh, what are we gonna do? Right? Please.
And like you're just living under all these rules for 40 hours a week. That's crazy. That's the whole week. And you think like, oh, you have 8 hours on, like 12 hours off. No, you don't. You come home at 5:30. If you want to go to the gym, you get home around like 7:30 if it's a quick workout. If you really push it, it's like 8. Then you got to cook dinner. Then you got to clean up from working. And then you go to bed and wake up at what? 7?
As if this knucklehead cooks and cleans.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been
right.
bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Then 6 so that you can go back to work for 8 hours a day and then have 2, maybe 3 hours to yourself afterward. And I realize this is a conversation we've been having, but can we keep having it? Because like until something changes, this is fucked up. This is actually fucked up.
I really don't understand how y'all
be Tell them, Keisha.
Guys, look at this. Look at this. Guys, does this look like
1960s
80s again? No, these glasses are the 80s, right? You know what I'm saying?
It looks like Max Headroom.
Planet Rock, you know what I'm saying? Put some cardboard down and start doing the electric boogaloo. What is going on? What is going on? Someone said Max Headroom.
working for 44 years nonstop until you retire. To be honest, I'm just so tired of working. I don't want to work no more. I don't want to do anything. I just want to
She's not
sit
even
home
30.
and get paid to do absolutely nothing because I'm tired of working. I am. I can't do this no more.
She got drunk on Feminism Cool Air.
Guys, this is Finance Coffee's channel, so make sure that you're subbed to him.
Which is the idea that working for someone, their boss or their supervisor, is freedom.
But these chicks think that being an entrepreneur is easier. Come on,
it's
man.
worse. It's harder than working a 9 to 5. It is.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
It is.
Exactly.
The problem is because of our testosterone, we made working look so easy to them that they thought they could do it.
Yep.
And what happens is by the time most men hit 30, 35, you're in autopilot. You can go to work every day and like you don't even realize you're at work until after you're getting off. Like what I'm going to do today now. Your body's been in autopilot the entire day. But them, they struggle with it. They don't understand that they are not us.
Yep. That's true. That's true.
And the children is.
We get up every day and work to pay bills. We are not living to live. We are living to survive.
This is what you voted for, you idiot. They have no clue what survival means. There are people from parts of the world where they literally have to try to survive. Look at like 98% of 80 right now. You know what I'm saying? That's survival mode.
And I
And
still can't wrap my head
talking about
around that.
surviving and she sips Starbucks.
I saw a post today that says, I'm so glad we only live once because I can't do this shit again. And I felt that.
I'm only 2 years into working my 9-to-5 job, and this is awful. So you're telling me I'm having the Sunday scaries every week to dread 5 days of my life, to then be rewarded with a little thrill on Friday, but then be so tired from working that I pass out at
Guys, make sure to hit the like button. Guys, hit the join button for memberships, guys. We will be live tomorrow at 4. Guys, once again, the daytime lives, the day shift, guys, the first 10 minutes, the chat's for everyone, and then it goes members only. Guys, I'll be dropping more members only content, and then guys, you either have to be a member or call in for the daytime stream. So
like 10 p.m. Live for Saturdays, love them, but really that is only one full day of fun because
meaning that the chat will be members only. So if you want to participate, you either be a member or you can call in. So
Sunday, have a great Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon rolls around, and I have the Sunday scaries, and I'm dreading my life for the next 5 days. And I went to
who did I miss? Forever Sensei, what's up, man? Let me see. There's a couple new people in here. Good to see you, Captain Plane. What's up, man? You've been here a while. Let's have said hi. Sith Lord, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you, man.
college for 4 years to be stuck in this cycle.
Entrepreneur, I like that one.
What? No, 2 years is enough. So I'm on TikTok and I'll be promoting products and posting my way out of this god awful cycle.
Guys, I'm doing a video on these chicks that are trying to use TikTok to pay off their student loans. If you think that's gonna happen,
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
one girl has like 13,000 followers on TikTok, and she only made $89 in a month, right? So these girls that think that TikTok's gonna pay off $300,000 in student loans, guys.
Look, listen, I don't know what the fuck you saying, but all I know, you ain't getting a motherfucking dime.
Cannot settle for.
I told you guys, I get it. Walk.
I ain't gonna lie. The only thing I'm finna increase is my motherfucking fist across your goddamn face. That's what the fuck. That's what's about to get increased.
For a life of dread, especially if they want us to retire at 70 now. No.
Yeah. I'm tired of working a 9 to 5. I'm absolutely tired of it. I hate it. And I don't say I hate many things, but I hate that. I hate working a 9 to 5, and I hate doing things and working jobs that feel like there's no purpose or intentionality behind it. Like, I'm honestly very over it.
Intentionality?
I'm done. I'm done working these 9 to 5s. Like, I didn't quit my job, which I'm absolutely not going to do until I see some, some revenue and some money coming from TikTok. But it's just like, the more I work a 9 to 5, the more I think like, oh my God, I'm a slave. And I used to say to myself, oh, I could never be a slave. Girl, you're a slave. Like,
Somebody say something. Yeah. Chicks are so lazy, aren't they? Guys, they're worthless. Guys, I'm telling you, we could Thanos snap all these women away. Guys, think of the abundance and resources and goods that we would have if we Thanos snapped all the women away, right? Guys, they live off of us. Think about this. We would have it's insane. It costs us food, shelter, electricity, everything to keep these knuckleheads fed.
Billions of tax dollars. Billions of tax dollars. Remember back in, was it like the 80s when, they were having so many female babies that they used to like take them to zoos and feed them to tigers? Like, I understand why.
Oh, the Chinese?
Yeah.
No, the Chinese have the one child policy.
Yeah,
They can only
now,
have
but
one.
they have
Even
it
one
because they were
at a time.
having so many female babies and they were useless to society.
No. They did the one child rule as part of like the Great Leap Forward to the communist thing. But the whole female babies thing started. It wasn't because they were having so many. It's because if you only allow people to have one baby in a culture that's patrilineal, guess what? Who wants a daughter? You have a daughter that's the end of your family line.
Yeah.
So people ended up, you would be walking by the landfill and hear, and there's sitting in the landfill.
It's horrible, but I understand.
Yep. It's true.
Very lucky person, okay? Women are out of the freaking mind.
It's day 2.
He pays your bill, he puts a roof over your head, and feeds your family.
It's day 2 of my 9 to 5 summer internship, and I am exhausted. Why is sitting behind a computer so exhausting? Why? I'm an active person. Like, when I don't.
Why is sitting behind a computer so exhausting? Look at that, guys.
You stupid woman! Have to sit behind a computer for 8 hours a day. I go on walks, I go shopping, I do all this. I'm not anywhere near as tired as I am right now. The literal first thing I do when I get home from work is put on comfy clothes and sit in my bed. I'm like frustrated with myself for being tired because I feel like I've done literally nothing the entire day, but I just don't want to do anything.
That means that works.
Yeah, it worked.
There's a bunch of guys somehow that have had to pick up her slack. Look at that.
Right now. But unfortunately, I chose to put myself in this position, and hopefully I will grow into a better, stronger, productive adult by the end of the summer, please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Because all of this better be for something.
I can't stand when people tell me I should be grateful to have my job because there's so many people out there.
She's back again. Oh no. Guys, we just can't escape her. Oh no.
That wish they had it. Well, y'all can have it because I don't want it. I really don't understand how y'all be working for 44 years nonstop until you retire. I can't do that. I can barely work for 2 seconds. And when a job be talking about how good their retirement plan is on the first day at work, my acting skills be top tier. I be like, knowing good and well I don't plan on being there for even another month. I mean, you really expect me to be working for years and years and years and years until I'm 80 years old. Now that I'm 80 years old, I can finally settle down and enjoy my life and go on vacations and things like that. Pause. And then most of the time they still gotta work unless they're okay with being broke because their retirement plan is some BS. You have lost your mind. Shout out to y'all who do that, who have the energy to do that, who have the mindset to do that. But this one right here, not happening.
At least those
Oh my
glasses,
God.
you know that you can run away. You know what I'm saying? Like up front, you just know to leave her alone. Look at. Oh, sorry guys. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I I had to translate it here. I never did it.
I just don't want to work. And I hate it. I don't know how people can sit at a job for working 8 hours a day. I don't even know how much can work 40 hours a week because I hate it. I literally hate it, especially working for somebody else. Like, if my job offered VTO, we'll be taking it quickly. I don't care because I don't be having the mental capacity to sit at somebody else's job for 8 hours a day. I don't. I have very low attention span, and half of the time I just don't be paying attention. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to work 5 days a week for 8 hours a day. I can't. When my job offer VTO, I take it. Now I do go to work now, so I don't get in the comments being cute, but it's hard for me, and I don't want to work, these long hours. Working 8 hours a day, it's not giving for me personally. Like, I need something else. Like, I'm dreading. Like, I know I can't be the only person that feel like this, but working is so overrated. I'm sick of it. Like, I feel like this new generation, none of us don't want to work for real like our moms and, moms and dads and grandparents did. They went to work, but
That's why you don't have anything.
nowadays we don't want to work. I want to make money another way because just having to just deal with people, especially if you want customer service, dealing with customer service, it's a lot. Like, it's just so much, y'all. Like, I just don't know what I want to do. I hate working. I don't enjoy it. I want to make money. I want to make money in other ways. I don't want to go work for nobody. I don't want to clock nobody else's time.
Go ahead, guys. Right? You know what I mean? Complaining about working 40 hours. Insane. What are you saying?
If I ever got a woman pregnant and she showed me the sonogram that she's going to have a daughter, I would take her to court and sue her for emotional distress because I know that daughter is going to give me like 18 years plus of trauma.
Yeah. Yep. And you can do your best job as a father. But we live in such a gynocentric, misandric society. You see these young girls mouthing off to their dads, concocting some sob story about how even though he was perfect, he didn't do enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my own sister did it to my father.
On that one Kevin Samuels call where the lady was like, well, my dad, he wasn't like my granddad. And Kevin Samuels goes, wait a minute, your dad, you graduated from college, right? You're not a junkie or you can get pregnant early. Yeah, well, it sounds like your dad did a pretty damn good job. He raised a college grad that's a productive member of society, and you're trying to judge him against your granddad who you didn't even know. This is why men aren't even trying, because you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, right? Walk, what you saying?
Yeah, I was saying that. Yeah, my own sister did it to her, and to this day, like I still haven't forgiven her for it.
Damn, that's cold, man.
Wait, what did she do?
So basically, she mouthed off to my father. She got put on punishment. She wanted to go do something, and she mouthed off to my father, and he slapped the shit out of her. And she called the cops on him.
What?
And so now, yeah. So now I'm having to stand here and watch these cops emasculate my father for disciplining his child.
Damn.
Yeah.
So yeah, to this day, I've never forgiven her for this.
Yikes.
Yeah, calling the cops is like, it's pretty vindictive.
Yep. That's why I'm not.
And they feel no guilt over it. They feel no guilt, no shame, or nothing over it.
You guys notice the pattern?
Because it's
that a lot of these chicks are B-dubs.
physically difficult, and women don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired of working. I really am. One day out of this year, I just need to wake up to something good. Like, oh, you don't gotta work no more. You could pay off your debt. You could get a house, get a car. Tired of living this 9 to 5 and these people at the jobs being bullies, and I'm just
9 times out of 10, when B-Dubs say that someone else is being a bully, guys, it means that they're the bully, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, AJ,
Come on,
AJ
man.
Snowboarder, what's the one cheat code that any women can do to not work?
Thunderthroat?
Get a husband.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah.
lots of immigrant women that come over here and they don't
Yeah.
work. You know why?
Yeah.
They live within their means. They're very frugal with their money. They do most of their cooking, most of their cleaning.
Yeah.
They don't eat a lot of fast food. And their husband works like jobs like painters or general laborers. You know, they don't really make that much money, but they can
Yeah.
afford to keep their wives at home.
Well, that's why I would say that these 304s that believe in baby deletion, they're like, well, if I don't have enough money to have a kid, guys, how many Hispanics do you see? Like the husband works on a road crew and the wife works part-time at Safeway and they're raising 5 kids and they're not on any type of government benefits. They
All
live
the
in
time.
a regular apartment. They have 1 car. You know what I'm saying? All the kids don't have iPhones or whatever, but they just live a regular life.
Yeah, most of the time they can't get government assistance because they're here illegally and they don't want the government to know it.
Yep, that's true.
I'm sick of waking up every day and not feeling fulfilled. I'm sick of waking up every day on a routine, a schedule, and I'm not even doing nothing with my life but working. I can't even be on TikTok or nothing because I'm always working. I can't become an influencer or give back to my YouTube or do anything because I'm always working. Then these jobs don't even appreciate you for even coming in to work. You get there and they all got attitudes. You're getting other people negative energy. People don't know how
This is what we've been telling these chicks. How are you going to have more loyalty to your job that doesn't care about you than your husband, who actually will? You know what I'm saying?
or wake up on the right side of the bed. They're always waking up on the wrong side. Then they got an attitude with you. Then I'm just like, I'm just here for the check. I'm not here for your attitudes. I'm not here for the rude ass customers.
But her attitude is also garbage.
America and the working ass, stupid ass jobs. I hate it here. Like, is this the American dream? Because I'm not dreaming. This is a nightmare.
This is the reality of my situation. Yesterday, I had to wake up at around 5:30. I was out of the house by 7. I basically had about 5 minutes with my girls before I left. We're just waking up right as I was heading out the door. I didn't get home until 7:45 at night. After my kids were already in bed, got to spend a little bit of time with them, but I essentially got the equivalent of like a 15-minute break with my kids yesterday. That's not what I want. That is not the life that I want. It is not the life I want to give them. I want to be more present. I am so tired of my priority in terms of the time.
Gee, it seems like there was a time in America where women could spend a lot more time with their kids, right?
Yeah.
I wonder when that was and what happened.
I
What changed
wonder
that?
what happened. I wonder what happened.
I'm dedicating week after week being given to my job. I have a job so that I can make income to support my family, provide them with the life that I want to give them, but I can't actually give them that life because I'm absent from it, because I'm not here. And I'm so tired of it. I just know there has to be a better way.
She gave me a lot of work just to remove all those F-bombs and curse words. Anyway, I was watching this lady talking, right? She was complaining about how she doesn't have enough time to spend with her children, right? But I found something very interesting. She never mentioned the father of those children.
Yep,
and this is just my belief.
I didn't even think
She is
of
probably
that.
keeping the children away from their father. She's also probably making it very difficult to him to see his children.
Yep.
She got drunk on feminism cool ed, which is the idea that working for someone, their boss or their supervisor, is freedom, but serving their husbands and their children is somehow slavery.
Yep. Here you go.
Now, I want to end this. All hell.
But Europeans work to live. Well, believe it.
Ooh. Hold on, guys. Look.
At noon, Charlotte City Councilwoman Tijuana.
All right, guys. Charlotte City Councilwoman indicted on federal charges. Guys, what do you think she looks like? What do you think?
That's definitely B-Dub, and it's definitely embezzlement.
anytime you put a B-dub in power.
Streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got.
Let's go.
Anna Brown and her daughters have been indicted on federal.
And her daughters? And her daughters, too. Look at that. Blood boiling. What's going on, my friend?
Charges, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. They are accused of defrauding the Small Business Administration and Paycheck Protection Program by submitting at least 15 applications for funds totaling just.
All right, guys. Uh-oh. Guys, what do you think the amount is? Guys, PPP loan fraud. How much?
Yep,
How much, you guys?
loan fraud. I'm going to say at least 2 or 3 million.
Okay, Snowboard. How much do you think?
Like 800K.
800K? Guys, in the chat, how much? Remixer said over 9,000.
It's over 9,000.
All right. Scozy says 200,000. Guys, I want a number. All right, guys. Yeah, we do numbers here, right? Someone says she looks like Charlie Murphy.
She gets on the couch and she's like,
"Yo!"
She's like, "F your couch."
But I think I have that.
Charlie Murphy.
Look at that. Okay. 2.5 million from Tall Starlight. Let me see. Michael Norman, 350K. Red Door says 500,000. 4.2 million. Okay, good. Let's see.
Just over 124,000 between April 2020 and
that's small time.
I was the closest.
Yeah, well, because there was 3 or 4 of them, so I thought it was more. Okay.
September 2021. Federal officials say Brown and her daughters then spent the money on personal expenses, including a lavish birthday party.
Of course they did.
Mary Cockins is live outside the government center. Mary, Councilwoman Brown held a news conference in the last few hours. What can you tell us about that?
Naya, Councilwoman Brown said
her name is Mary Cockins. I was like, wait a minute. No way, dude, look at that. But hey, man, Mary can get my cock in. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can suck start a leaf blower.
she is only responsible for obtaining one loan totaling $20,833, which she claims to have paid off in full as soon as she was made aware of the investigation.
Right.
Now, during that news conference earlier this morning, Brown was asked if the remaining money was her daughter's responsibility, and she said she will not speak on anyone else's behalf. Now, Brown, who represents District 3 on Charlotte City Council since 2023, says a third party filled out the loan application on her behalf. She confirmed the money was for her business, TC Collections, a women's clothing company that mainly focuses on swimwear. WBTV could not find any Facebook or Instagram post about any new sales or merchandise since February 2021.
Oops.
We also could not find any state or local records registering the business as a company in the state of North Carolina.
Oops.
According to the U.S. Attorney's Office press release, Brown used money for a number of expenses not related to a business, including spending $15,000 on her birthday party.
What?
The party included a
$15,000 birthday party.
We should guess at what the birthday party had that made it like 15 grand. Like if it had like Lizzo added or something like that. I think she came for like 15 grand or something.
15 grand, yeah. That's the transportation cost to freaking get Lizzo. And that whale sling, you know what I'm saying, that they use to get Shamu out of the tank. That probably cost a pretty penny,
Horse-drawn carriage.
No. That's what they spent on the Gorilla Glue to keep all the weaves on.
Look, they had a horse-drawn carriage.
Drawn carriage and a rented throne, according to that press release.
A throne?
It goes on to say the $15,000 came out of Brown's nonprofit's bank account, which contained the PPP loan. Brown also started a nonprofit called Beauty After the Bars. IRS records show the company is a registered nonprofit, but had its status revoked in 2020 for not filing the necessary forms. The nonprofit status was reinstated by the IRS in 2023. Now, when asked in today's news conference if she spent the funds on a birthday party, Brown did not answer the question and responded saying, quote, "I paid it back." She would also not comment on whether the money was spent on payroll. Brown says this is a political attack against her as she plans to run for re-election.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
So if it's about justice and I paid it back, why are we here? Why are we here? I paid it back on my own.
Because you still broke.
This person's insane.
No one had to tell me to do that. I paid it.
She has those super mayor eyes, those Tiffany Henyard eyes, where she's just lying, straight up lying. You know what I'm saying?
Back. The application
This
was
is
submitted by a
why.
third
But
party.
this is
So
why.
would I accept responsibility?
Who is this?
That is past the pork chop.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. What is going on?
Praise Jesus and pass him a 10-piece biscuits.
Oh my God. He's not dressed like professionally at all.
Look at this.
Responsibility for is maybe not scrutinize the application the way that I should have.
And this is going to be a
Project
trial, so we're
Pat.
not gonna-
But
Yeah.
it's definitely going to be a
Project Fat.
trial.
Brown's attorney says her initial court appearance is tomorrow. Brown says she plans to plead not guilty.
Of course she does, right? Of course she does.
Yeah. If the IRS is coming after you, it's because they've already got the evidence. Go ahead and plead not guilty. Make it easy for them.
Yeah. Here we go, guys. Okay. Now, another thing about this workplace stress, guys, is PCOS, right? Because we had talked about what the stress manifests, right? Guys, between birth control, you know what I'm saying? Being out, trying to work, letting all these guys, these chicks have all this quote unquote stress, even though they don't have stress. These chicks in third world countries, they have stress, right? But guys, here you go.
So a couple years ago, I went through a period of prolonged work-related stress issues. And it honestly happened really gradually over time. And it took me forever to realize I was even experiencing some issues and to actually get some help. So I'm going to share with you some of the mental and physical impacts that work-related stress had on my life. The first is sleep-related issues. So having the inability to fall asleep or going to sleep really quickly and then waking up in the middle of the night from like 2 to 6 a.m. And so you
Because
end
you're
up
on Adderall.
2 hours of sleep a night. I've always been a pretty good sleeper, and this was like the biggest red flag to me after experiencing this. And it didn't happen overnight. It happened gradually. I didn't even realize it was happening. And I would wake up and just be strategizing about work, about handling meetings, about handling certain situations instead of sleeping. My mind could literally not turn off enough to sleep. And this honestly impacted so many other things. Like I would be too tired to work out. My body wasn't sure when I should eat or not. So sometimes I would skip meals or I would have to eat a meal at like 4 a.m.
That's how she stayed skinny. Seems like a good thing, right?
I also felt extremely bloated all the time due to stress. Again, this could be a trickle effect from the lack of sleep, but I felt really puffy all over my body. Like I was retaining extra water weight.
Don't need to hear that.
And lastly, my confidence and my self-worth totally plummeted. So I was, and this is partially related to that lack of sleep.
So in other words, guys,
And I'm just trying to tell you that I have mental health issues. I'm extremely distraught. I feel like my whole life is ending.
But really stuck in a negative cycle of self-talk, saying things internally like, I should be able to handle this. This isn't that hard. Almost devaluing my experience and my own feelings. I've been a little hesitant about sharing things like this, but I think it's really important to know that this is not normal in any sort of work environment.
guys, you know what? Here, hold on. funny, guys, how these chicks talk about all the unpaid work that women have to do, right? Well, back when you didn't do paid work, all you had to do was the unpaid work, right, guys? Isn't it funny how that works? They will. Let's just take that theory, right, and say that there's 30 hours of unpaid labor that we have to do. Why did you guys choose to do the paid labor?
Yeah,
When
yeah.
the
They
pay is
chose
trash?
50 hours of paid labor over 30 hours of unpaid labor.
Of barely paid labor. How about that?
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Here you go.
And I wouldn't even say, hold on, I wouldn't even say that them being home was unpaid labor, because most husbands gave their wives allowances.
Yeah.
They give their wives allowances.
But the thing is, most of those women still work. They still remember that women worked in retail. They worked in, babysitting. They were school moms and teachers and nurses.
Right.
Guys, women, working class women, Black women, Hispanic women, China have always worked. Always. Yeah. They just work close to home. You know what I'm saying? Or they worked on the farm. So guys, look at this chick with her mustache. Watch.
I had PCOS and now I am a broken woman. This is such a big realization for me because I feel like in the past year I felt the best I've ever felt in my PCOS and managing my symptoms, and I kind of just forgot that I had it. I've come back and oh my gosh, I just feel so drained.
So she was in Ibiza, guys. Basically, guys, we all know what that means, right? Right? Guys, letting Jean Pierre, letting Gerardo, letting
Pirate Nug.
Yeah, Chattington Liam. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. But look at this mustache she has. Like, what is going on? Here we go, guys. Let's see what Big Bird has to say, right? Come on.
So I've been thinking about stress, right? And how stress is.
Oh, so you were thinking about your knees.
It's stress a new snack.
Guys, the most stressful thing in her life are her joints.
Is one of those things that makes your PCOS worse, right? Don't mind me. I'm just making some bread. I don't know if you've ever heard of like Amish friendship bread, but you have to give out like 4 packages. Anyways.
Her making food? You don't say.
Doesn't matter. So I'm not going to get too.
Why do they feel the need to
But basically, stress.
Do things in front of a camera? Like, think about this. This person's like cooking food, and their phone or something is like a foot away as they're cooking and like talking to you at the same. It just seems like very bizarre.
Because they want social credit for everything they do in life.
Main character syndrome.
Yes, that's the best way to describe it. Main character syndrome.
Main character syndrome.
They are the star of a movie that nobody wants to go see.
That's a stress hormone, and basically your stress hormone causes like a ripple effect to your insulin levels, which is when you deal with your cravings and your fatigue and whatnot, and your androgen levels, which is when you deal with like your hair loss and hair growth and like a plethora of symptoms, and a lot of it stems from your stress hormone cortisol. And I've been thinking about it lately. Personally, myself, I find that relaxing only looks like sitting on the couch or laying in bed and turning your brain off with Netflix or social media or whatever, right? Like that's what relaxing looks like to me. And then I started wondering, like, why is that the only way I can feel relaxed? Like, I find I say no to a lot of opportunities because it's taking away from my relaxed time, such as sitting on the couch, watching Netflix, personal.
Yeah, which it looks like you do a lot of that. Guys, she's got a black belt and sitting on the couch and munching on Cheetos. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Look at that. Steve said being big and sedentary is a risk factor for PCOS. Facts. Yeah. Look at that.
I binge watch Grey's Anatomy. I've seen it like 12 times through. Let's not talk about that though. So I say no to things like visiting my family as much as I should, or visiting my friends as much as I should, or, going to this new town or this new place to like explore there and things like that, because that's not relaxing to me.
She's certainly not walking there.
Right? But why not? Basically what I'm getting at is I'm wondering why I have put this box around what relaxing means. Relaxing can be so many things, like visiting with family, depending on your family, can be relaxing. Going out of your house to go for a hike or explore a new town can be relaxing. But those are things that I've always looked at as things that take away from my relaxing time because of this box that I've put on it. I'm learning that I talk with my hands a lot and I'm not getting a whole lot of bread making done. So basically I'm challenging myself.
No,
and
you talk with your hands because you're
you want to
talking to a
partake, because
camera and
this
you're
is
like
something that I need
insane,
to work
kind
on
of.
personally, aggressively, to do the things, but do the
She's either talking with her hands or eating with her hands. You can only do one of those two things.
things mindfully, bring myself back to reminding myself to like relax my jaw, relax my face, take deep breaths, and find the relaxation in things other than sitting on my couch and missing out on life.
Day one of stress relief. Done.
And I'm sure she ate both of those. In
What
one
was
sitting.
that?
I guess it's bread. It's like Amish
okay.
friendship bread or whatever. What a joke. What an absolute joke, dude. Hold on, guys.
They did like an hour ago. Mine is because we have to figure out a place to live and move in like 20 days. And we literally have no idea where we're going. And we're just poor newlyweds and we're just going with the flow. We live in a little basement apartment and our landlords, like upstairs, they moved out and they're gone and they're selling the house that we're living in right now.
So how much you want to bet she's going to leave her boyfriend and guys, or her husband, whatever. Guys, the reason why I show this is because why did they put this makeup on? Like, look at this sorcery. Guys, look at this here and here. Like, what is going on? Why? Why?
Yeah, this is another reason why you should get a foreign woman. They don't wear as much makeup because they can't afford it. That's another reason why you should get a foreign woman, because they can't afford to buy all this makeup, so you get to see how they truly look.
Yeah.
I have any natural remedies to relieve stress and anxiety and the feeling of being overwhelmed? If so, comment below. Let me know.
Yeah, get away from me, Dub. That's what that's what helped me.
Yeah.
You're literally stressed, like. Let me know, chat.
Jesus, the Gremlin 304.
Oh, guys, we're at 160 likes. Guys, check that out.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, guys. Now, hold on. Let's take a little pit stop here. Hold on. Let me go here. 1 second, guys. You guys, thanks for all the memberships. I know Steve handed out another one. Thanks for all you guys that are members, man. Appreciate that, man. Yep. Here we go. 1 second, guys. I gotta pull this up. Hold on.
I've been here one day. I've already become Muslim. Yes.
He's talking about the UK.
Banana. The more time that goes by, the browner it gets. But, England's the best. You guys are the original. I'm American. We're the sequel. Yeah. You guys are the Bruce Jenner. Yes. A lot of stuff going on here. Everybody's talking about immigration. The worst is Ellen coming here. Yeah. Sorry.
Did she actually move there?
You
She
know.
actually moved there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You are what you eat. But oh boy, a lot of royal trouble too. I heard King Charles won't answer the text from Prince Harry. Yeah, not because he's mad at him, just his phone got stolen by some guy on an e-bike. But you know, boy, you guys are a great crowd. I was worried. I didn't want to have a bomb like Ariana Grande. Okay.
Hey-o.
All right. Okay, we'll pump the brakes, or that's what Diana should have done. But
hey-o. Guys, here we go.
Hey, real quick, we gotta have this conversation of y'all shaming people who want fitter women, slimmer women, petite women. We gotta really talk about this. Like, they're literally saying you're a pedo now.
Look at that.
If you want that. I saw a thread on Twitter. It was like a cute, petite girl. Clearly she works out, keep herself together. And they said, if you like her, you want a middle schooler. So listen, if you into 250-pound women, 350-pound women, hey, do your thing. Especially if you black. It's a surplus of them out there. Have a blast. But what y'all not about to do is shame people because they want a regular sized woman. Or they want a woman who's active. Like, y'all dumbasses don't realize that. And sorry, ladies, this real shit. Y'all need to start listening to what men talking about. You got a woman who is 250, 300, 200 pounds, at a certain height is ridiculous, right? She 5'3" in her 20s. What's that shit gonna turn into in her 30s and 40s?
Yeah.
If she already got bad habits, which I think gonna happen. I think she just gonna stay there. She a brunch all-star. You think she just gonna stay at that size? She first team chicken shack. You think she gonna stay at that size? Like, some of the shit folks be trying to normalize in the black community, it's crazy. Like, we're so backwards, bro. And not only that, it's like a form of dick policing. Why is it that men of other races could say they want a petite woman or whatever, slim, a fit woman? Nobody says anything. Black men are the only demographic where our counterparts got to tell us who we can date and what we could date.
Yep.
Yeah, nigga, you got to date a fat woman. She ain't a real woman. She ain't a grown woman if she ain't 250. What the fuck is going on? Like, you cook. I promise you, you cook. Hey, real quick.
Hey, guys, did he tell a lie? Yeah.
He did. He did not.
He ain't lying.
But that's part of the black fatigue we were talking about, though.
Yeah. And guys, I'm telling you, I will stand 10 toes down and say this, guys. Right? You can Thanos snap 99.968% of all American B-dubs away. And guys, the world would be a much better place. No one would miss them.
No one would miss them at all.
No one. No one. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. And all you guys know, guys, there's always some simp. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, but they're not all like that.
Queens.
My sister's brother's uncle's cousin's girlfriend was cool.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
How about that? You know? Guys, we haven't done a courtroom in a while, but guys, look. This guy here thinks that he's going to not have to pay a child support. Watch.
What number are you asking the court to set your child support at today?
Honestly, I'm not expecting to pay child support at all.
You want the court to set it at 0?
Yes, sir.
Cooked.
Okay.
He's just like walking around in a casino.
Why are you asking for $0?
Because me and Miss McDuffie fully co-parent. I fully get my son throughout the week, 4 days out the week. I'm fully capable of taking care of him when he's in my custody. She does the same as well. So I don't understand why I would be paying child support when we split. When I she have him, she take care of him, and when I have him, I take care of him.
Guys, this is why the red pill is so
doesn't
important.
matter. Doesn't matter.
This guy thought that he was going to get justice. Guys, he honestly thinks that court's fair and that society gives a damn. And guys, it's going to take this chick, this B-dub, banging this gavel for him to finally understand.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Guys, the red pill is never taken orally. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
She don't drop him off with anything. I don't drop him off with anything. And we fully take care of him. So I don't see why we have to pay extra.
When did you and Miss McDuff stop living together?
I would say the ending of March of 2024.
And since that time, have you paid any money directly to Miss McDuff?
He's good.
Yes.
See, and he's giving her money too. Nope.
I roughly, maybe off the top of my head, $400.
Okay. Are you in agreement to the order containing a retroactive child support judgment against you after credit, or are you asking that you be ordered to pay $0 in back child support?
Pay $0 in back child support.
Okay, can you tell the court why?
See, look, guys, he's bewildered. He doesn't know what's going on, right? This chick's trying to get child support and then have the back child support so she can get it increased.
I ain't gonna lie. The only thing I'm finna increase is my motherfucking fist across your goddamn face. That's what the fuck. That's what's about to get increased.
I wouldn't understand why I'll be paying back child support because when we only been split for a year. Before then, I was paying the rent, the bills. We were both taking care of the kids. It was no problem. We only been split for a year. And I still get my kid 4 days out the week, and I'm fully taking care of my kid when he's in my care, and she fully take care of him when she's in his care.
Okay, and right now you're seeing the child at least
4 days a week.
At least 4. I would get him Thursday afternoon and drop him off Monday afternoon.
Do you have any safety concerns, Mr. Fox, with Miss McDuff knowing your address?
No, sir.
I'll pass the witness, Judge.
Okay, then I will accept the agreed portions of this order, make the agreed portions the order of the court. I will order child support at $429 per month.
He gave it to her. He should have never mentioned $400.
I will order a retroactive child support judgment of $5,400.
Damn. How was the red pill taken, AJ?
Per month.
Yep. Up, boot, shoot.
Order that paid at $90 per month. Order court costs as billed. Anything further, Mr. Dell? The exchange location.
Yeah,
the exchange location will be at the residence of the child. Mr. Fox, it is your obligation to pick this child up and take this child back home. Anything you and Miss McDuff agree to outside of that is fine. But neither one of you have safety concerns, so I don't see any reason to do a neutral exchange location.
What number are you asking the court to set your child support at?
Here you go, guys.
Right then and there, I would have said, nope, no need for the exchange.
You wouldn't have got a dime.
Yeah,
Guys,
no need for the exchange.
Let's just watch our favorite clip again.
Yeah, she wanted money. She got the money. You can terminate my parental rights right there. It's just a bill to me now.
You need $20,000. You ain't $20,000 material.
Is that too small? Should I increase it? Do you think I should
increase what? Increase the fuck what?
It's $20,000.
You look, I ain't gonna lie. The only thing I'm finna increase is my motherfucking fist across your goddamn face. That's what's about to get increased. Cause your strong mouth ass, you finna piss me off. Your ass weak in the teeth. I don't understand that shit. Right? And you getting on this bitch, or you getting on this bitch asking for fucking galaxies. And you don't got no fucking paper.
Galaxy is just $15.
Look, listen, I don't know what the fuck you saying, but all I know, you ain't getting a motherfucking dime. And look, I tell you this right here.
Let me see your level.
What you mean see my level? Girl, what the fuck? What my level got to do with anything? Girl, I ain't no motherfucking eat.
I want to know if you'll be able to send me galaxy.
Oh, baby, I can send you a galaxy. Hey, listen, I can send you a fucking galaxy, but I can send you a fucking dentist first. Matter of fact, I'm about to call immigration. That's what the fuck I'm finna do. Because you're motherfucking scamming hard-working U.S. citizens out their motherfucking money, and your bitch ass can't even speak fucking English. You dumb bazooka bullet head bitch. You pissing me the fuck off. Talking about you need $20,000. You ain't.
Guys. Anytime I watch this, I hear something new that I missed the first time, But guys, anything else to say about these chicks getting what they voted for. You know?
No, but on a side note, real quick, if you don't mind, to all my 2A lovers, the big, beautiful bill, which is the bill to take suppressors and short-barreled rifles off the NFA list, so you don't have to pay a unconstitutional $200 tax to the ATF, has just passed the House. It's in the Senate now, and if it passes, that means you can just buy suppressors and rifles shorter than 16 inches right off the shelf. No need to even register with the ATF.
On August 5th,
Nice.
2020.
Nice. Because, guys, gun ownership is good for everyone. I don't care what anyone says.
If you are a man, I recommend you own a pistol,
Yeah.
a shotgun, and some sort of battle rifle.
Well,
if you don't
these are
own those
couple
three things, you're
Couple
wrong.
things. Guys, I'm telling you, if you guys are having issues with getting in shape or your self-confidence, guys, learn how to fight. Jiu-jitsu, boxing, you know what I'm saying? Kickboxing, guys, there's gyms. You drive by every day. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to start with boxing myself.
Don't do taekwondo where you're kicking boards and you're friggin' doing point fighting. Guys, you need to learn how to fight. There's actual Kyokushin gyms or whatever and taekwondo gyms where they're old school. You actually learn how to fight. You know what I'm saying? But every man should know how to fight. You don't have to be Bruce Lee, but learn how to throw a punch, learn how to defend a takedown, learn how to throw a kick, you know what I'm saying? And then learn how to shoot, period. Let's see. Positive Journey, what's up, dude? Robert, what's up, man? And then who did I miss? Yeah, guys. So once again, guys, let's switch gears.
That's the sound of the police.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, go to my second channel. That's 50 and 304s. You know, I'll drop the link here in a second. But guys, I'll be live there tomorrow, Friday night at 10. So guys, we have a lot of fun over there, guys. I'm glad that there's more people calling in because guys, we have these nice chill streams where we watch these knuckleheaded 304s getting arrested. It's a lot of fun, you know. So here we go.
3. While on patrol, officers observed a vehicle with an unassigned tag and conducted a traffic stop.
I was going to file a police report this weekend. My new tag was stolen on my car. My birthday's not until September, the end of September. Right.
I'm sorry, guys. I know.
They replaced the tag already. Tag's replaced for the car.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was stolen. I was at the DMV, got the tag, put it in the backseat of my car, did a few errands, and boom, my tag was gone. I called the DMV and they said, file a police report, get a copy of the business card and the case, and they'll give you another one for free.
You know what tag that was?
It
This
was
is like all bullshit, probably.
I don't think I have it with me. I don't know the new tag number.
Do you have the registration for the old tag? What was that?
Been a crazy weekend.
Ah, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I would have filed it already.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, it was just weird. And it ran and came back to not coming back to anything.
Yeah. That's my old one.
Is this the one that's stolen?
No, that's the one that's on my car.
Okay, 15.
Oh, wait.
15.
I do have it.
15. Please.
Might be a Merry Christmas.
Man, just deep breath and just step out of the car for us, please.
Why?
Please step out of the vehicle, ma'am. Miss Conrad, can you step out of the vehicle?
I want you to give me the ticket or whatever, and I want to go.
Miss Conrad, step out of the vehicle. Miss Conrad, get out of the car now.
Why?
What kind of car is this?
Please, Taser. That's the Hyundai Santa Cruz, a little pickup truck that they make. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're actually pretty decent vehicles. You know? Because the thing is, guys. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Hyundai Santa Cruz. Because guys,
I was gonna say it seems actually kind of cool.
Pickup trucks have just gotten too goddamn big now. You know what I'm saying? They have. That's why the Ford Maverick. This is the perfect truck, guys.
Yeah, I actually thought about getting one of those.
Dude, these are great. Look at this. It's the size of an old like 90s Ford Ranger. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit bigger, but guys, the Tacoma is still a decent size, but the Ranger, the Colorado, those are huge. And then the F-150s are ginormous now. You just want a little small
The
little truck.
Ranger's bigger than the Maverick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Older Ford Ranger is an awesome vehicle. though.
They're bulletproof, man.
Extended cab only though.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see the size difference. See?
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now they actually have a hybrid Maverick that has a lot more power and gets really, really, really good gas mileage. And you can haul stuff. You can do whatever you want with it. It was, guys. People didn't realize how much like that cheap bottom of the line pickup truck was needed. You know what I'm saying? You just buy one for like $8-9 grand. A friend of yours goes, "Hey man, can I borrow your truck to go to home? Here you go." And you're chilling. But now all these trucks are too damn big, you know?
What did I do wrong?
Step out of the car now. Step out of the car. Out of the car, you get tased.
Please tase her.
What did I do wrong?
Miss Conrad, leave everything there
Yeah, the S10, that was a great truck too, man.
and get out.
Oh, the old square body ones.
Yeah.
2 seconds away.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Get out of the car. Get a taste.
My lawyer.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Let's go. Let's go. Merry Christmas to all. It's all a good night. Let's go. You got her again. I'll play my drum for him. Parumpa-pumpa.
Car! Get out of the 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 car!
Let me go.
Stop.
What is the matter with you?
Get her again. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Get her again! Get her
Get on
again!
the ground now!
What did I do?
Get on the ground now!
I didn't do anything wrong. I did nothing
Get
wrong.
her again.
I did nothing wrong.
Don't get her.
I did nothing wrong.
Big ass bag of dope in the center console.
Oh, you hear that, guys? There's a big bag of dope.
What did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong.
About 28. We got one 10-15. About 4.
What did I do wrong? I did nothing wrong. Please, why are you doing this?
Just get a no. You just get a supervisor this way. We got taser deployment and start FD. I'm gonna help you. Okay. What needs that?
Both, but the left is worse.
Okay. So is it easier for you to roll onto your right leg and then stand up?
Yes.
All right. Let's do that.
Definitely.
All right. We got the fire department coming so that we can take care of your arms.
Can I get my shoe?
Yes. Get your shoes.
It's under the car.
All right. Yeah. We'll get it. Come over Miss
here.
Conrad, you should just
Please
listen.
get my shoe.
We'll get it. Just walk over here. Over here, please.
Okay.
Come over here. We're gonna come over here. You want to sit on
Oh
your
my
tailgate? Is that
god.
easier?
She's like Frankenstein.
Miss Conrad, there is a large bag of methamphetamine or cocaine or something sitting around the console. I watched you grab it and stuff it down. Yes, there is. All right. Please put your shoe on. You asked for it.
No. If there's anything in this car, it's not belonging to me.
It doesn't matter. I watched you grab it and stuff it. He saw you. All right. I watched you grab it and stuff it. It's on my camera. I'm looking right at you. Miss Conrad, stop. All right.
I am clean. I don't look at. I mean,
you seem
do I
clean.
look like? I mean, I'm not.
Gotta be right
I
there.
have no problems. Oh, please get it over. I have no drug problems. Look,
We'll talk.
I keep my shit together.
We'll talk.
I can't-
Miss Conrad, look. We'll
So
talk.
what did she do? She,
But you really
like
escalated
stashed
this. You
something
escalated
somewhere
this.
in the bushes? or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. The guy on the
Okay.
passenger side seen a bag of methamphetamine, and then she hid it somewhere.
Yeah.
That's fine. We don't need more units.
I'm gonna
Just the
upset.
supervisor.
I
Let me adjust your handcuff. It's really tight on your hand, okay? Just give me a second.
I know it is.
Hey, shout out to her though. What a tough broad.
Yeah.
We got 2 tasers in her, and she still didn't go down.
All that meth and friggin' grease in her friggin' arteries. You
Takes
know
a
what I'm
lot
saying?
to tase a hippo.
No, we got one. She got a big bag in the center console, Krinsky saw, and she got real nervous and started shoving it down. Then we asked her to step out. She went to step out. She's like, "Get my water." Open the door. She tries to push the car. Krinsky tases her, and then it wasn't really effective. And then I popped the taser off, and then that was effective. You know her, right? Huh? Vicky Conrad. You wanna see it? Look.
Ooh, that's a big old bag. Can I please have a cigarette? Please.
You got a cigarette pack in there?
Oh my god.
She wants a cigarette.
Please.
They still want to make it about. She still wants to like ask for stuff like
Okay,
this.
well, listen, this could have been a lot easier if you had just listened. And I don't like doing this because it's just more paperwork for me to do. But when you looked like you were about to flee in the car, and I'm not going to get run over because you have a bag of dope in the center console.
I got arrested for a 15-year-old roach that they found in my
Okay,
car.
but this is not a 15-year-old roach, Vicky.
I don't
Come
have
on.
anything on. It's not mine. There's
Okay.
nothing in the.
Well, I'm not asking you any questions.
I mean,
I'm just
do I look
telling
like-
you that this is why
do
you
I
were
look
asked to
like a
step out
drug
of the car.
abuser? I flee, but I'm not a drug abuser. I'm not a drug user.
Those taser prongs still in there. She doesn't feel a thing.
Yeah, I know.
This officer will talk to you more about that stuff in a little bit.
Can I please have a
He's
cigarette?
grabbing you a cigarette now.
I'm just.
He cares more about smoking a cigarette than getting
I
those
did ask you
prongs out of
nicely,
her.
did I not? I asked you to please
Yeah.
step out of the vehicle, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
That's all I wanted you to do. I just wanted you to exit the vehicle.
I've had issues.
I understand, but then you went to turn the car back
I've
on.
had issues with the police.
Has she been chewing like bubble gum this whole
several
time?
times.
Yeah.
It's like kids out. And I was
Disgusting.
hard.
Vicky, all I'm saying
She
is
kept chewing her
I literally
same gum
watched you grab
this
that
whole
bag
time.
that had
Yeah,
narcotics
she
in
was
it
trying
and try to
to
stuff it into the center console, right? That's when I asked you to step
They
out of
just
the vehicle.
tased
So
the
I'm
hell
asking you to
out
step
of
out of
her.
the vehicle for a reason. I watched you grab the bag and put it down in the center
I've
console.
had police.
Okay, but you
Why
obviously
me?
knew that
I've
that was
had-
something you weren't supposed to have in the vehicle and got freaked out by it, right? So I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm trying to find a lighter for you. I have a bunch on my door if you need one. Hey Vicky, read your rights real quick, all right?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford a hire lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you for any question if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Understand those rights are right to you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So what's the deal with the tag again? You said it's stolen?
I got it registered. I went and had it renewed on the 31st, and ran a few errands, and it was stolen out of my car.
So it's stolen around the 31st?
Please.
And
I
what's
called
today?
The DMV, I called the DMV, and they said to file a police report, and they would give me another one for free.
Okay, hold
And I
on.
just haven't done that yet.
So stolen on the 31st.
So guys, here, I'll end here. Okay, here you go.
What do I do for work? I don't. I'm professionally disabled.
Mentally disabled?
His job is
taking care of the professionally disabled.
Why do
Guys,
they
the
always look like
asteroid.
that? Why
Guys,
do
the
they always
asteroid.
look like that, though? They always look like that.
Guys, the asteroid. Seriously.
he gets paid for taking care of me instead of doing it for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because let's be for real, sometimes taking care of you.
Yeah. You know,
I have to
it's like
I have to
next time Haley's Comet makes a pass, I just want to lasso it and bring it just a little bit closer, you know?
Babe, sometimes I have to take you out for enrichment.
You sometimes have to dress me because I won't dress myself.
Yeah.
Jesus
What the hell am I
Dude.
watching?
Imagine being from another country or something and like watching
this.
this. You're
Yeah.
like, you're like, what is
Yeah.
going on there?
This is why the aliens they refuse to make contact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
literally
this is
not
why-
dressed now.
Yeah, this is the reason why aliens don't even want to butt probe us anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I know, because these knuckleheads might like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to make sure that I take my socks off because sometimes I forget I'm wearing socks and then I cry about it. And then you're like, are you wearing socks? And then I look down and I'm wearing socks and then I stop crying.
Dude, this is like trolling or something.
And I
No,
have
it's
to
just
make
two
sure you take your
trolls.
medication.
Yeah.
And I have to clean up after you because you're incapable of doing both physically and mentally. I have to do your laundry because you can't get up and down the stairs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And you wonder
my
why
God.
Medicaid is being cut. You wonder
Yeah.
why.
And this knucklehead laughs like Kamala Harris too, right? You know what I'm saying? Jesus. Sorry to have to subject you guys to that, but all right, you guys, I'm gonna shut this bad boy down. You know what I mean? I appreciate you guys. Guys, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for all you guys that are members. Guys, we will be live tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. So make sure you hit that join button with a link to be a member. Guys, Sunday, all veterans, all servicemen, guys. I'll drop the link early. I want all you guys to be on the panel early. Because, guys, there's a lot of these young guys who are not, like, who are completely just in the dark about this stuff. So, but, all right, you guys, I appreciate you. Snowboard walk. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Appreciate you guys. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Later.